This is what we do.
And you know, it's funny. Somebody said last week, my homegirl, yo, I watch the podcast all the time. Joe Fox don't talk that much. Trey don't talk that much. You talk too much. I said, all right, so this week, I'm going to shut the fuck up, let Joe Fox and Trey do their thing.
Oh, so, that week?
This was last week. So this is your week to talk.
This is my week. So I'm going to say everything. You're not going to say nothing. Nope. Be petty to that chick. Oh, no, I talk too much. Okay.
That's right.
You know, I don't speak.
Actually, 2 people said that. 2 people said, I watch the podcast all the time. You talk the most. Telling me this. I talk the most. And they said Joe Fox doesn't talk very much at all. Mm-hmm. Trey talks enough a little here and there. Right. And you got to stop saying, I'm going to let you finish your point, but I want to say this. They told me stop saying that because you'll be saying something. I'm like, oh, I'm going to let you finish that, but I just got to say this. So I got to stop being so in the moment and fall back and let y'all get y'all points out.
Yeah.
So I can continue my point.
I think that's a natural progression of starting, a podcast and finding that rhythm. And especially since, if we'll have a guest, if we monopolize the time, then we can't, get the guest comments because we want to talk to the guests. But it really depends on what we're talking about. I mean, I don't want to chime in on something that I can't contribute to. But at the same time, it's we do need to have a balance too, and set each other up.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Like you just said, I don't want to contribute to something I don't know. What'd you say? I don't want to contribute.
Yeah, if y'all are talking about stats and sports.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to talk around that.
Right.
But that's not my strong suit.
I go even further. If it's something that I'm not fully knowledgeable about, I don't say a word.
You don't say
a lot of times people are like we'll be at the factory sometimes,
Yeah.
Laugh Factory or a comedy store, and a bunch of comics start talking about politics or something going on in Europe, the Gaza Strip or something like that. And I'm like, yo, I'm not well versed in what's going on enough to speak on it and have an opinion. So I just so I don't look ignorant and say the wrong thing or take the wrong side, so to speak. I just retreat out of that whole conversation.
You know what
I'll listen to hear the passion in what they're saying, but I'm not contributing.
You know what I do? I said, you know what? That's always interested me, but I don't know anything about it. Where can I find out more information on that? That will bring you into the conversation.
That's if I care to be.
Yeah. If you care to be in that, but just to be standing there and not saying nothing, especially if it sounds important, and you just there, it's no man, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Then
maybe you know what? That's a good point. Maybe it's more so I don't give a fuck because when people I swear I'm not even trying to be funny. When people start talking politics, I give less than a fuck. People, I'm always shocked that people really think this shit is a fair game and. People think, oh, it's the left side versus the right. No, it's all one team.
You know how I get around that? I just pull the race card. I pull the race card in all situations, and then I try to steer it towards something like that. And then it's all smoke and mirrors.
It's all smoke and mirrors. It is, man. Listen,
it's
left wing,
pony show.
Left wing, right wing, same bird.
Same bird. Same bird. Racist bird.
Same hating niggas, keep niggas down bird. And one made the medicine more soluble for Negroes, and one is hard medicine for Negroes. So we think, they giving us, it's the same fucking medicine.
Yeah.
No, it's not even medicine. It's the concoction. Medicine makes you get better. This ain't making us better.
It's all to make you buy it.
But speaking of concoctions that do make us better, segue, Kirk, you heard that, Kirk? Yo, shout out to sponsor, Captain Kirk's Jamaican Rum Punch. Let me tell you right now, while I'm sober as a judge, next week's episode, one of my best friends in the whole world, Garrick Dixon, will be on the episode. I told y'all we're going to have the drunk episode coming up soon. Next week is the drunk episode. By that, I mean we're going to drink a couple of Captain Kirk's Jamaican Rum Punches before we even start recording. So whatever happens. Whatever we say. Whatever we talk about, whatever topic is graced is because we was drunk and we was in the moment.
Yeah.
Somebody might cry. You never know. He's gonna be drunk.
Yeah, if we fight.
Shout out to this. Yeah, I might punch Trey in his face finally. Yo, shout out to Captain Kirk's Jamaican Rum Punch. Make sure you order your Captain Kirk's right here. Look, put the logo up. Order right here. Find them on Instagram. Kirk, as always, my brother. Appreciate you. Captain. Got to
in this
pull up.
piece.
Got to pull up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are at
This is what I love about
1,300 subscribers. What?
we're at 13 and change, right?
Over 1,300 subscribers. Thank you for liking and sharing.
Thank you. This Captain
Yes.
Kirk's on you. You know what I like about Captain Kirk's Jamaican rum punch? I don't know if you did this on purpose, Kirk, but you could pour enough to fill the cup,
Right.
right?
Right.
That's a full cup.
That's full cup.
You still got this little taster right here.
A little taste.
It's like you get a drink and a shot.
Yeah. If you want
So I'll take the shot too.
Yeah, take a couple swallows left.
A couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Save that for pouring up at the end.
So man, you brought up what was the topic that you brought up? I thought it was pretty interesting that you would bring that up.
About me not.
No. You said social media or something.
No. Okay, so longer story. How I always we never really talk about how we get to the topics that we talk about. But here's the thing: what happened. Right. So flying home this week, we were in Tampa. Trey and I were in Tampa at the Funny Bone.
Ybor City.
Shout out to everybody in Ybor. Your
with
show's
the chickens
incredible.
in the street.
Chickens are still in the street, protected by the law. And Grimy and I were on the same flight. Our flight got delayed like 4.5 hours, like 4 hours and 45 minutes.
Right.
So we just sitting in the airport trying to kill time, right? Went to the Admiral Lounge, but it's the same shit. You still sitting in the airport.
Yeah.
And you got your phone on you. There's nothing really to do but to just start scrolling through, fall down that hole, And I'm looking at the phone and just watching all of the similarities. It's like these people are beefing. These girls are showing way too much.
Right.
This dude's flossing, right? And then it's somebody's selling something and somebody's promoting something. But it's all like they all checking the same box. And I was just sitting there like, we got to talk about this on the podcast this week. Like when is it too much? Like, what do you save for yourself? Why do you feel the need to showcase everything to strangers, so to speak? Like women that are on social media, and we said this before on a previous episode. Dating in this new age has a new component to it that it never had before. Right. If you're dating in 2024, you have to realize and in some manner be comfortable with the fact that your girlfriend is going to be half naked on social media.
Yep.
And if you say something, it's, well, nigga, that's how you met me. Or I do this for me. This ain't for you.
Right.
But it's like, yo, how you going to represent me as my woman and you cool with that?
And there's no real protocol to when you're in a relationship and you're on social media, depending on what you do. Like some people, they have their business or they have some kind of a personal brand, and there's a benefit for them doing it. But if it's, the reckless, like if it's a woman, she has her OnlyFans page and she's got it connected to their Instagram and she's trying to sell, entice people to come watch her OnlyFans page, and she's she shows us the skin, whatever they do on OnlyFans. I don't know. I just heard, but it's Slutville. Let's go ahead and say it.
I'm not going on nobody's OnlyFans because guess what? Porn is free.
I ain't gonna subscribe.
I gotta pay
$8
to see you in the shower, bitch. I can see fucking Kim. No, not even. What's a porn
someone
star?
that looks like it.
A porn star getting
in the shower,
slayed in the shower,
getting slayed for free.
For free.
And you can be anonymous. You don't have to subscribe to a chick that's gonna do it. But I don't
want to talk about that. Just that aspect. Not just that's like actually surface.
The protocol.
level.
There's no protocol. Like, what do you do? Like, I just got into a relationship with this person, but their social media is not for business. It's reckless and it's showing too much skin. I don't want the world seeing any more of that.
No. I don't mean just that. I don't mean just girls being naked on social media. That's just one small microcosm. Okay. I just mean, what do you say? What's for you? Like I always say this. When I'm dating, I've told several women this because they're dating a celebrity, a entertainer, right? I always say, hey, listen, my job is show business.
Right.
By that I mean, if I get a new gig tomorrow,
right?
If I get a new TV show tomorrow, they're gonna let you know what network is coming on, what time it's coming on, who I play on it, who else is on it. If you do a little bit more digging, you can find out how much I get paid an episode.
Right.
All of that is public information.
Right.
They just give that away.
Right.
So some of this, because I'm in this business of everything being already out there to begin with,
Right.
some of this shit I just got to keep to myself for my sanity.
Well,
But I say to women I date, hey, listen, my job is show business,
Right.
but my business is not show business.
There you go.
So let's find the fine line. You could do, he's on this TV show. Everybody know that. You know, where he lives, where we going to eat, what we did last night. That shit ain't for everybody.
Private, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep that personal. I like to say, keep that close to the vest. Keep that close. Sometimes people put way too much information just about themselves out there, and it's I don't know. It could be dangerous to the wrong person.
It could be.
It could be dangerous.
We've seen that. We've actually seen that. We've seen it was a rapper from Brooklyn. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he did a social media post one night rented a house out in Beverly Hills. Mm-hmm. Just in the crib flossing, you know, chilling in Beverly Hills, got the new gear went to see, you know, one of the clothing designers invited him over to get some free stuff and did the pan of the clothing.
Right.
And the address was on the box.
Yeah.
And some cats pulled up and killed him.
Man, that's just
Rest in peace,
straight
Pop
up
Smoke.
grimy, man. It's straight up grimy. Right?
But that's the whole question was like, what's too much? Like, what do you say? When do you say like that's enough? I just think social media has created this thing where everybody just feels like they have to be forthcoming with everything they're doing, so they look like they're doing something. Even the people that ain't doing shit, want to feel like they're doing something. That's why I got so minimalized to like, I'm going to show you the food I'm eating. Like, bitch, we all ate dinner last night. Like,
people
I would like to think.
Unique. They're trying to be unique. They're trying to be different, and we are different. And we're trying to show how different we are. But the more we do that, we're showing how much we're really alike. All the fools, all the sluts, all the players, all the entrepreneurs, all the geniuses, all the intellectuals. We all start grouping together.
Right.
And when that becomes a problem, then they move on to the next platform that's popular.
No, I do know it has its pluses, of course.
Yeah.
Like you just said, like-minded people that are trying to do things come together. That's a great asset to social media. But I mean, like, it's like a tremendous amount of hate for no reason. You know why? Because everybody wants to show everything they're doing.
Yeah.
So now if you the guy that knows in your heart of hearts you ain't doing shit, now you on somebody's page that's really doing something in actual factual time, you like, man, fuck you, man, you ain't shit. Because that person's aggravating your demons.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. His
Or
success,
what did Nas say? Niggas see too much of their failures in my successes.
Yeah.
So when you watching a dude that's literally winning, that's actually winning, and you know you're not, even though you floss with the money to your ear, like you got the money phone,
I know.
and you know you got to use that money for something else.
Yeah.
Then it turns into hate. Then it's like, fuck you, you ain't
Before
shit.
I pay my rent, let me cash it out.
Yeah.
Put it up, and then he goes to the freaking land.
Pay my bond or some shit, you know. Then it's like,
stupid.
but then you see somebody really. I will use a guy near and dear to my heart, myself.
Okay, all right.
I post a picture on social media. Mm-hmm. I could be, in New York, right?
Right.
I stay at the same hotel every time I go to New York, right? The Empire State Building is right out my window.
Right.
That's why I like it, because I could walk to Macy's, where I like to shop.
Mm-hmm.
Empire State Building right there, and there's several restaurants in walking distance.
Right.
So I stay there a lot. And I'll post a picture like, yo, back home in the city, having a good time, yo.
Right.
Empire. I'm from the Empire State. Something simple. Mm-hmm. Somebody who's probably never been to New York,
Look at this.
never been in that hotel at that high of a level of a floor, because they get more expensive the higher up they go. Feels the need to try to bring me back down to his level.
Yeah.
Or her level. Fuck you ain't doing shit. Now, Old Tone would have responded. Like, man, fuck you, nigga. And I'm like, yo, they just brought me all the way down. The fact that I responded to you, now we on the same level.
Yeah, that seems like that's the only thing that they can do.
Real niggas respect it. Haters want beef because they know that's the only way we ever gonna speak.
Yeah, I agree. That's true.
So now just let it go. I used to respond to comments. I would be like, I got time today, and go back and forth with niggas. I'm like, why am I doing this? Like,
and that shows a lot of growth. And
that's my key word right there. I've been growing, Fox.
and I respect that. And I wish I could say the same. I mean, sometimes I just have a relapse. I look at my watch. Oh, I got time today.
No. Listen, I'm a work in progress.
Yeah, we are.
So sometimes there's a you know what, I gotta send something. I can't just. But for the most part, I have learned to just let y'all. I'm gonna let all y'all say y'all negative comments because, like I said on episodes prior, I have never had any hate take any money out of my bank account. I've never encountered any hate that made my car any less nice.
Right.
I've never encountered any hate that made any of my bitches less fine.
Any of them.
Never took any hate, never took a gig away. I never looked at the calendar like, oh shit, I lost 2 gigs from that nigga hating on me.
Those pesky.
You know what I'm saying? So you ain't slowing up nothing, bro. You actually fuck it up because you make me mad and I'm gonna work harder now.
Yeah. But
to really shut you up.
Haters are cool because it magnifies your greatness, you know? Because if you ain't got none, if you don't have at least one or two, then what are you really doing?
That's a good point.
So sometimes you have to collect this. You can collect them on social media, but that really ain't even real.
But then I agree with what you're saying. I 100% agree with what you're saying. But some people are just so into it being negative, they can hate you for no reason.
Yeah,
it's
Tuesday.
There's kids in school, like I'm sure there's kids in high school that are being bullied. Kids don't like them. It's not like they richer or better or what. They just feel the need to be negative towards somebody.
Yeah,
that's the shit that's like that's really problematic.
There's something in.
If you hate me, I know why.
I like
you hate me, I know why.
I know why you hate me. I know why you hate me because you ain't me. Bullies. There's a lot of bullies online, or people that can be bullies on social media. Social media is real good for that.
And people are susceptible to it. Like you and I are grown men.
Grown men.
Calm, cool, calm, collected.
Try to be.
But there are people that read so much into that. There are people that have committed suicide from cyberbullying.
Yeah, and that's a tragedy. But it shows how fragile people are.
Exactly.
That shows how fragile we can be sometimes when we have to check us. Man, this is not even real. This is not real. Like you respond. Me personally, I try to respond as if I don't care about the people who I'm talking to, only because I don't want to filter myself. If I filter myself online, I'm filtering myself in real life. But if I don't care about my actual feelings, like I'm using my inside voice on the keyboard, and sometimes
a lot of people don't do that.
Well, see, sometimes people don't realize that that's not real. This is things that you would never say, so you say them.
Right.
So these are the unfiltered thoughts, and these are some people.
Oh, so wait, you're saying when you're on social media, you're using your unfiltered thoughts?
I try to if it makes sense. It's
okay.
But I know it's gonna get a rise out of something. The stuff because we have.
Oh,
decency.
so you're trying to get clickbait?
Well, in a way, but if someone says something out of left field, it's like they're trying to be serious. I'm like, as a comedian in me, I'm like, well, what about this? What about this? Or I'll say something to totally refute somebody's talking point because I know they're serious. And so I'll start talking about, I don't know, well, what about the jelly donuts that you had in your profile picture or some shit like that? And they're like, well, I can see you're not a serious individual. You're so childish. And I'm like, damn, you can't take, this is real to you. Like you stake your claim on your opinions on, it's like all of a sudden everybody's an expert. Yeah. Everybody's an expert and they're infallible.
So the thing I'm seeing a lot of now is Caitlin Clark. You know who Caitlin Clark is?
Caitlin Clark?
Everybody on Facebook either despises this woman or they love her. And all I see every day when I'm on Facebook is like, every time I go on Facebook, yeah, because she did it, and they wouldn't do that if she was black. And then somebody's like, man, listen, she's the leading scorer in NCAA history. She could get away. I'm like, yo, why do y'all care so much? Like, why are you a grown person? Why does this mean so much to you to even get in an argument with somebody that you can't see.
Can't see. You're never gonna.
You're
meet.
never gonna
They'll
meet.
you.
Probably never gonna meet. They're never gonna meet you. Like, why are y'all so impassioned over this argument?
Because that's their lives. That's what it gives their lives meaning, man. It's like
Maybe that's what I don't understand.
If you identify with something, and you see somebody, I don't know, fighting on your behalf, you feel like you're right there with them. You ain't doing shit, but
Okay,
it's like someone's doing it for you. What's her name?
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Jenner. I mean,
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin. Caitlin Clark. She had an achievement going to what is it?
WNBA.
Well, which team was it?
Indiana Fever.
Indiana Fever. And
She was the first pick. She's probably the best college basketball player that we've seen in many years. Arguably might be the best ever. She was first round draft pick, first pick of the WNBA draft to the Indiana Fever.
Right.
Since she's been on that team, they've had sellouts at that arena. Literally, like every seat sold. They go on the road. They sell more tickets than they've ever sold. WNBA numbers are up substantially because of her and Angel Reese, even though they don't include Angel Reese in this discussion. Her and Angel Reese did this. But they only seem to focus on her. Now, I don't know if you know this, but she's a white girl.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Okay. And that's where every argument I see is based on, well, if she was black, and then she's white, so, well, you saying that because she's white. No, you saying that because Angel, it's like, why is this so?
Well, it is.
Why are y'all so impassioned over it? Like, let's let her live a life and play a sport.
There is a racial component to that.
Which I understand makes it an argumentative topic.
Right. But it's women's sports. And they're doing what they do at a professional level, which is cool. But they're always gonna find the media, people in media, that sells. Controversy sells.
Right.
And then when it gets out of hand, the two people that they're talking about don't give a shit about it. They don't care. They're there to play basketball. It just looks like that they're pitting them two together, and they probably don't care. Hey, good game. It's probably sportsmanlike or sportsmanlike. Were you about to say something?
Yeah. Trey Elliot said, "Fox don't know who Caitlin Clark is. LOL.
Hilarious.
Angela Reese is better."
I know who Caitlin Clark is. I said Caitlin. It was a joke. Yeah, man. People and they dogging the shit out of her, man. They put her next to Elliot Stabler on SVU.
Oh wow!
So wrong.
Wow!
I was like, that's damn.
Now, see, some stuff like that is like, okay, I know it's just for shits and giggles.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about the arguments when people are just going so hard, balls to the wall over her being treated the way she gets treated. Well, maybe she's getting. Some people think she's getting preferential treatment.
Oh,
some people think it's warranted. So I'm just like, I just look at the timeline, like, man, they just really going hard.
Perception management. They'll use any opportunity to get to people.
Right. Plus, you're right about that because I watch a lot of Sports Center. I watch a lot of sports talk, and I've always come away with this. These guys are just guessing. At the end of the day, they really just guessing. They put on suits to sound as educated as they are because they might be knowledgeable about the sport. Don't get me wrong. They knowledgeable about the game of basketball or the game of football. But they put on suits and they sit there and they go, well, their defense is bro, you just guessing because at the end of the day, they still got to play the game. We have hours and hours of time on TV dedicated to talking about, for instance, the NBA Finals.
Right.
Finals don't start till Thursday. Every day on sports talk radio, sports talk television, is NBA coverage, NBA Finals coverage. They have to talk about something.
Yeah,
so every segment is basically just guessing.
Yeah, and they're hyping it up.
Dallas the Boston Celtics are definitely the stronger team. Bro, you just guessing. You don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen.
You don't know what's gonna happen.
But you can't say that. You can't just say, "Hey, man, I'm just guessing. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing." I used to play basketball, so now.
Yeah.
I used to play, so that gives me more credibility. But I really don't know. They got to play the game and see what happens.
Yeah, you gotta have.
How many times have we thought a team was clear cut? They're gonna be the winner of a competition, and they weren't. How many fights have we seen? Deontay Wilder fought a fat Chinese dude this weekend. Everybody was like, yo, he gonna fucking wash this dude. He's still sleeping right now.
He's still sleeping. Oh, nah.
Everybody was guessing.
No.
We was basically guessing.
Man,
you don't know.
Saying the same clip. You had no idea he was gonna do that.
Son, I played sports. So I understand the dynamic of a puncher's chance. I used to box. I understand a puncher's chance. I played basketball. I understand a lucky shot. I understand like a wing and a prayer, motherfucker just swinging baseball happens to go out the play. I understand that shit.
Yeah, you don't know what the outcome is going to be, but just hyping it up makes people want to see that.
Right.
They want to sell the tickets. They want the eyeballs. They want.
Everybody wants to be the Don King of that. particular-
Yeah. They want
I
to
get
promote it. Yeah, and it's amazing how, and I don't know how all that works, but the more people, I don't know how they can gauge how many people are watching something, and that translates into money for big corporations. I don't understand how that works.
Yeah.
I don't understand how.
Well, advertisers' dollars are just upfront. Like they already paid for that time slot, so the network's going to make their money regardless of how many people are watching.
Right. But they use that. But it seems like they can guarantee. We're going to give you this money, guarantee us.
Yeah, because I guess they feel like if 50 million people watch the Super Bowl, that's 50 million people that are going to see this commercial for this car.
Right.
If 1% of them go, I'm going to go test drive that car.
It's a success.
And 0.5% of them say, I'm going to buy that car.
Yeah, they win. What was it?
Another question from Isabel Gibson.
Isabel.
Question for Tony. How do you feel about AI-generated photos on social media? I personally don't like them. It's so important for us to be kind to our fellow human beings.
You know what? That's crazy too. That actually, Isabel, thank you. As Barack Obama will say, Isabel, thank you for your question.
Thank you.
That's weird too, because sometimes I'm on, Instagram, and I'm scrolling or pictures pop up, and I'm like, of course, I'm a man. I like women. I will never apologize for that. And I'll see a picture like, oh, who's this? And click on it, and it's like, oh, is this a cartoon? What the fuck? It's like so photoshopped and like you said, AI generated. It's like, oh, this isn't a person.
Yeah, they've gotten really sophisticated.
And they make the body voluptuous.
Yeah.
And of course half dressed.
Oh yeah, you can make
and
it any
you
way
see
you
all
want.
the likes. Like dudes are really liking this picture. Like, it's not a real person.
Oh, they don't care.
Again, porn is free.
That ain't even porn. That's just a picture, and the guys are like,
Shout out to Tiana Trump. Porn is free.
Who is that?
Get familiar.
Okay. he said,
You don't know who it is?
I don't know.
he's a liar.
What name of porn star? Do you know any porn stars? You know.
Nope.
Ron
Con,
Jeremy.
who's a porn star?
Inari Vox. I used to film for her.
Who?
Nari Vox. An old porn star.
Yeah,
Anari Fox or Vox?
Vox.
VOX.
VHS.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
VAC.
She's German.
She's a German?
Yeah.
Nari Vox.
Inari Vox.
Used to
Yeah,
film.
that's the homegirl.
Used
Yeah,
to
I
film
for her.
her scenes.
Not porno.
Oh, okay.
Just film. I filmed for her.
Hey, wait, hold on. Here's a question: is she retired?
Yeah.
What do retired porn stars do?
Well, now they got podcasts sounding crazy as hell.
Who has one?
I don't know. I don't know. I saw, I think it was on the For Us By Us network or something like that, or some kind of platform.
The FUBU network?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, shit.
But I don't think they use food. They don't call it FUBU. I don't know if it's the same people. But I saw.
So you just happened to be scrolling and saw a porn stars podcast.
I saw. Yeah, that's it. They were talking about it.
You was just in the house flicking channels at 3 a.m. with your dick in your hand. It's a porn
Hilarious.
stars podcast.
They're talking. They actually have nice voices. Nah, I think people want to see that. I think it's content that people want to see. It's that same network.
Oh, they want to hear insight. Like, no, like a porn star has a unique story to tell, right?
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
somebody's like, I would listen to what I'm sure she knows a lot of shit. She's gonna say a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean they're getting together. They're talking. They're trying to talk other young women out of it.
Oh, really? Is that what it is?
I don't know. Maybe.
Or they trying to talk some women into it?
Well, here's how I got trapped into a lot.
No, I'm trying to talk into it. I'm not trying to talk out of it.
All I saw was a clip. You know how they have the reels or whatever. I saw a clip where they were talking about porn. We're clean and we have our papers and records in our medical reports and stuff, so we're clean.
Oh, like
we're-
disease free.
Yeah, disease free. You don't know what they're like. You don't know what your woman got. You don't know this. You don't know anything. They don't walk around with their medical records. Here are mine. And that's like a thing. And they talk about it like all free and open. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, something to think about.
Yeah, but I didn't stay long. I was like, I don't want to
I
hear
didn't
this.
stay long.
I didn't. I'm like, I don't want to, like, what am I going to do with this information?
Right.
Like, they got a podcast?
For us,
audience?
by us podcast. Yo, porn star, whoever that was, come and do our podcast and we'll do yours. You show me mine, I'll show you. You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
You do ours, we'll do y'all at
Yeah.
y'all's. No,
Come and do us, we'll do you.
Geoffrey Smith said Brian Long drive trucks now. Y'all know a dude named Brian Long?
Oh, Jeffrey Smith. Who's Brian Long?
And why would he? And wait.
Oh, is that his
Yo,
porn
and
name?
why would he
'Cause it's
comment
long?
on a male? Why would he comment on a male porn star? Yo,
Yo, Jeff, what you doing?
tell him he cannot send any more questions in for the rest of the show.
You're blocked. You're blocked.
We talking porn stars. He's a Brian Long drives a truck. Yo, you banned from the podcast. You never do this. You are the first official pause candidate on Live from the Green Room.
It could sound like two guys that went to high school. Jeffrey Smith said Brian Long drives trucks. That's like
Yo.
some dude he went to high school with.
Pause, man. Tell me what fucking. Don't tell me what Brian Long is doing now. Tell me what
Janet Jackson.
what Heather Hunter's doing now. Tell me what Janet Jackme's doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember her. I was at a strip club in Atlanta at Laugh-A-Palooza, and it was at a comedy show. And T.K. Kirkland, Doodoo Brown, and Lunell was there, and Janet Jackme was there
At the strip club or at the comedy show?
at the comedy show at the strip club. They had a comedy show.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah, those, actually, strip club comedy shows are one of the best kind of comedy shows.
How so?
I mean, they're there to laugh. I mean, it's just
There's naked women around, and they're like, "I'm here to laugh."
Well, they pull the poles down first.
Oh really? Okay.
Ain't nobody-
They set the room up for comedy.
Yeah, they set the room.
Oh,
up for
okay,
time.
okay.
They set it up. I mean, it was a dope show. It was a dope
Really?
show. But there was some, some strippers that were there. They were dressed, but you could tell they were strippers. Like, after the show, what are you doing? They like.
Oh, they were still trying to get their money.
Oh yeah, they gonna get their money. They in there. One chick sat on I think it was Janet Jackme. She sat on T.K. Kirkland's lap. T.K. said, "Get your ass off me. Get your ass." That shit was hilarious. I mean, just threw her off. Just get your ass off me. Shout out T.K.
You,
Kirkland.
Lunell, T.K. Kirkland,
And Doodoo Brown.
in a strip club. That's a joke in itself.
Man, that shit was fire.
Shout out Lunell, Doodoo Brown, and T.K. Kirkland.
Do you know Doodoo Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he still in the game? Shout out Doodoo Brown if y'all.
I don't know. I'm sure.
I remember that. That was like 2000.
He's driving a truck now with Brian Long.
That would be a bad situation.
Big pause, Jeff. Big pause.
Yeah, that's always funny how people. It's like social media is a tool. People use it to build. Other people use it to destroy. It's destroyed.
That's a good way. That's a good way.
And the people that find a way, much respect to people that find a way. I wouldn't begrudge anybody they hustle, but the mindless white noise that they just put out there, people just yelling, crying. I don't know. I can't remember the lady's name, but she was like on TikTok, and she made like 52 TikTok, just crying about who did I marry, and she was.
Oh,
crying.
I saw that. I saw like 3 of them. I didn't know it was 52.
Oh yeah, there was for every card in the deck, and there might have been one of them missing. There was one lady out there. She was I can't even remember her name, but she was just, I don't know. Somebody found that and said, "Oh, we can capitalize off of that." And next thing you know, she's got millions of followers because of this, just for that. So what comes after that? Can you impact someone's life after that?
Maybe now she does a podcast. She got millions of followers. Podcast.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Right?
Hopefully.
Relationship. Meet with people in counsel or something like that.
Hopefully she has a talent that can be, of service to somebody, and social media is a good vehicle to do that. But it's the mindless stuff that, you find yourself, because we forward this stuff all the time. Look at this.
Right, yeah. I forward funny stuff to y'all every day.
Yeah.
But you're right about that. Like, maybe that's what I'm too focused on. I'm too focused on the mindlessness of it all. Like, I see it so much. That's what I see too much of it on social media. That's why I'm like, let me just fall back from this whole thing. I post when we have shows. I post my baby. I post, I pulled up on the spot. Today I posted it. Yo, I'm at the chopped cheese spot in LA. Yo, if you're from New York, I didn't know it was a chopped cheese spot here either. So pull up, get a chopped cheese. It should remind me of home. Something like that. But I see too much of the negative. I see too much of the shit going the other way. Yeah. So like you said, if you have a talent and you're able to politic that talent with social media, and build your brand up or build your business up, all,
Yeah.
my hats off to you.
All
You know what I'm saying?
And then you got the scammers.
Hold on, Khan has a question.
What's that?
How did LA hold up with the chopped cheese? How
Yo,
did we do?
That shit was good, bro.
No, what is this? Chopped cheese.
Chopped cheese. It's like so back in New York, back in the day in New York, if you went uptown to Harlem, they had a few bodegas where you could get a chopped cheese. They take like the ground beef, they chop it up.
Right.
They put cheese, lettuce, tomato, onions, peppers. They might put mayonnaise. They might put ketchup. You get it however you want it.
Right.
On a hero roll, or what y'all call it, a hoagie. What y'all call it, right? It's it's a delicacy in New York City.
So it's like a Philly cheesesteak.
No,
It sounds like a meat.
it's like a burger.
It's like a sloppy Joe.
It's like yeah.
It's spread like a submarine sloppy Joe.
It could be. It's in the family of Philly cheesesteak, but it's a New York take.
meatloaf sandwich or something.
Yeah,
With
and they
cheese
have
in
a
it?
spot on Sunset. I was driving. I went to dinner last week. Drove past. The guy at the restaurant I went to dinner at was like, "Hey, we got the chopped cheese spot around the corner. That's us too." And the food I had that night was so good. I'm like, I'm gonna go try the chopped cheese.
Okay.
When I was leaving the house to come here today, I was
Is it
like,
black owned?
Black owned.
Oh, that's dope.
Black owned. So I was like,
Shout
I'm
out
gonna
to
stop
all
by.
black owned restaurants.
Went in there, saw the chef, like, yo, I'm gonna try the chopped cheese. He said, yo, let us know if we do you right, man.
All right.
Shit was delicious. Delicious.
Yeah, social media is good for promoting small businesses. So I mean, like that part, I think that's gonna evolve, and you're never gonna get too much of that. It's the
Yeah, because
white noise,
promotion is always good.
but it's the
Captain
white,
Kirk should make him run punch.
the white noise that's confusing, and you don't know what to believe. Like especially like now, it's almost the election time, and everybody's got their opinion,
Uh-oh.
and it's like
Here they come.
It's just a big whirlwind of
Here they come.
of stuff that you don't need to even be listening to. You know,
Here they come. 2024.
2024.
Election year. Here they come. They coming for they coming to act like they care about niggas again.
We all gonna die. Who else? The lesser of two evils. I want to know what the campaign is gonna be this year. Get your booty to the poll. I think they got to top that.
Who said that?
That's what they're doing last year. Like, remember, it was like who was it? It was one of the not Ja Rule. Damn, the guy from Back That Ass Up. Juvenile, yeah. Juvenile
Did a campaign for Biden?
It was just to get to the polls. I don't know if it was a Democratic thing for
Really?
Biden or
I don't
not.
see.
But it was,
Like I'm saying, like I said, I don't.
Oh yeah, that one was a Vax That Ass Up. That was the
Oh,
vaccine.
vax that ass. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear today? Did you see that? What's my man, Dr. Fauci?
What about him?
Was that Dr. Fauci with the COVID? Right.
Yeah, he's the one that told everybody.
Admitted that he made up the 6 feet apart rule. He just was like, let's just say 6 feet. Just say stand 6 feet apart. Like
Yeah.
there was no scientific backing behind that.
Yeah, we knew
And
that,
he said he made up. And I read this article, so I don't know. It could have been a fake article nowadays. You never know. He said he made up 6 feet, the 6 feet rule, and he made up that children should wear masks as well. Because remember at first they were like, kids can't get it. It's all good. Then it was like he came out later. It was like children have to wear masks too. Said he made it up.
It was all a sham. All of it. Every last one of it. All of it. We were hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray,
Okay,
run
why?
amok. Why? Because it's time to shift the minds of the populace, to get us ready for domination, even further totalitarian regimes. I mean, what else is new?
I don't know. I'm asking you. I'm curious.
That's what I think happened.
You think the vaccine was a slow build to something much
to
bigger or worse?
desensitize us to something else that will accept other things. I mean, our government, they already have GMO products that are harmful. We got cigarettes. We got alcohol. Thank you, Captain Kirk. But we have food products that we consume are not the best of foods. So why not the things that we put in? We put that in our body too. Medication. It's not the best stuff. So why keep things the same when they're changing? You know what I mean?
Good.
So that you have to evolve because you want to be able to make money off of people. Dr. Sebi had all those herbs and home remedies and stuff like that. And there was like a wave, a generation of people that weren't going to the doctor anymore because they was getting medicines and holistic healings from his teaching. And it was a black man doing that too. So it's like, oh, we can't have this. We need to do something to shift the narrative.
So you think this is more so like people aren't getting as sick as we hope, sick as fast as we want them to? So now we got to bring in this whole
I think
COVID thing, or they're not dying as fast, or what's the logic?
I think that was years in the making. I mean, you go back in history, just take a quick walk back in history, pandemics and outbreaks and stuff like that. To some degree, that was
Population control.
you could say population control or just social engineering aspect to get the people dependent upon their state leaders, the government. Because people are always going to need our government, you know.
Or going to think they need it.
Well, there's people. I mean, in the Bible, it said the poor will always be among us, and those people need assistance.
Right.
But it's sad when people.
You think the government is assisting the poor?
They give the appearance that they are.
Okay.
They're assisting the poor, but they keep you poor so they can assist you. That's what. That
was a good one.
So we need to help the poor. There ain't no more poor people. All right. We need to cause a shortage. Oil prices outrageous. We ran out of oil, and all of a sudden,
Oil's about to go down. Oil's about to go down considerably.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
No, it's just this is the tricks. These are the tricks when it's an election year.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
It's close to debate time.
Yeah, make everything. I did that.
Biden's going to drop oil prices.
Yeah,
I
oil
did that.
prices, yep.
What else is probably going to go? Home
Interest rates.
interest rates are going to go
It's
down.
the best it's ever been.
Yeah,
in the
interest rates
past.
are going to go down soon. Taxes will be a little bit lower. It's just a thing to say, hey, I did this for you guys. Go vote for me.
they say
And as soon as he
every
gets
year.
back in office, put it back up.
Right back up.
And look, put it back up and then add something on it for what we lost by putting it down. And then I'm out of here and I'll see y'all niggas in 4 years.
Yeah, the sucker charge. It's you suckers.
Watch. He said that shit. Like gas gonna be like $2 less next week.
Man,
When's the campaign? When's the debate?
it's
coming up, right?
I mean, there's on the way, but like
They have like 2 or 3 scheduled.
you talking about presidential
Debate. Like watch like 4 days before the debates. Watch.
Yeah, that's gonna be funny.
That's what you do. Look at 2 weeks before the debates. Look at how much everything costs. Then look a week before the debates, and then look at like 2 days before the debates.
Yeah, gas is $2 lower.
Shit. The day of the debates, Biden gonna be pumping your gas.
Yeah, I ain't got anything to do. What's the question?
Question from Jeffrey Smith.
Pause. No. You banned from this TV episode.
You need to
All right.
redeem yourself.
Banned from TV.
Different question.
What did he say?
K9.
K9.
Shout out K9.
Question for Tone. Would you ever be on a roast? If so, who would you like to roast you? Any names you can name?
I have been offered several times to be a part of a roast, to be on a panel, to be roasted and roast somebody else.
Okay.
I have always declined
Why?
because of the simple fact. We did a roast one time in New York. Was it Patrice? No, it wasn't Patrice. It was. It might have been Patrice. Rich Voss, one of those guys, and I just stopped by, and every comic was. Oh, they couldn't afford Chris, so Tony's here. Oh, they couldn't get Chris, so Tony's here.
Oh, yeah.
Chris was gonna come, but Tony came, and nobody was creative enough to make me laugh.
Right.
Everybody else laughed, but nobody was creative enough in their Tony jokes to make me say, "Damn, that was a good one." Everybody just said, "Chris, Tony." So.
Lazy roast.
So then years later, when I would get offered to be on a panel, I would always decline because I'm like, if you're not creative enough to come up with something good about me, I don't feel the need to sit there the whole time and listen to your corny ass jokes. If you say something good, I'm gonna be the first one like, yo, nigga, you got that. Yo, you got that. You got that.
Yeah.
But if I just gotta sit there and it's like, oh, Chris couldn't make it, so they got Tony. Oh, Chris, we bought a ticket for Chris, but Tony showed up. What are you wearing? Chris is. It's like, bruh, y'all. That's how y'all. That's your creativity. That's the height of your creativity.
Yeah, that's.
So I
real
would, to
quick.
answer your question, K9, I would be on a roast if I felt like the comics on the panel were funny, and they would like really, hit me with a few jokes that's like, damn, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Who I would like to roast?
Or who would you like to roast you? Like,
Who likes to roast me? I could do a brothers roast. Chris and Jordan, Sherrod, Fox knows some shit about me. Garrick, Rube,
What about
Trey. Just like my dudes. Yeah, that'd be fun as hell.
what about the other roast masters like Jeff Ross or
Yeah, but Jeff Ross don't really know me. I know him. We know each other from the comedy grind, but
right?
you
Okay.
don't know my family. You don't know where I'm in the order of the siblings. Like shit like that, you got to know. Like how I grew up.
Yeah, because I mean, I saw. Did you see the Tom Brady roast?
I have not. I have yet to watch it. I'm gonna watch it, but I haven't seen it.
I just watched it, and I was like,
I heard it was really good.
it really was.
Okay.
It really was. Even some of the non comedians that got up there, of course they had help writing all that stuff in that roast format, but I was like, do they know? I mean, of course the football players did, but like, what about the other comedians? I mean, they didn't just know Tom Brady like that, but they talked to him like, hey, thanks for doing it.
Right.
us be
No, you
part
can
of
roast
it.
somebody, but now, I'm not saying Jeff Ross wouldn't be a good roaster. That's what he does. But the question was, who would I like to do it?
Right.
I want it to be my friends that are funny as shit.
Of course, yeah.
You get put it this way, you get my little sister up there, and my brother Kenny.
Done.
They'll bring the house down. They will bring the house down. The shit they know about me, but just
right.
like as funny as they are, the people don't really know how funny they really are. They bring the house down.
Okay.
That'd be dope. Yeah.
Soft Pound Productions says, I'll ask it for you, Jeffrey. LOL. What you guys? What are your guys' thoughts on Terrence Howard's interview?
Which one?
Those
Those are
Rogan
interviews.
podcast they're probably talking about.
I didn't see the whole thing.
Gotta watch that.
I didn't see the whole thing, but it definitely gives. He was on some mushrooms. It sound like I'm not saying he was. It just sounds like you were enlightened, and you all of us like he hit his head and and invented the flux capacitor and shit, and then but he said he had all these patents and he.
Oh wait! Before you go any further,
Yeah.
I'm this is my first time I'm doing it this episode. Sorry
Okay,
to cut you off.
all right.
But I'm not familiar with it, so please tell me what happened.
Terrence
I was
Howard-
on the road. I was out of town getting money.
Terrence Howard is a genius, and he is a metaphysical, physics bending mathematical genius. I mean, he was talking some stuff to universities and students and physics students and stuff. You've heard it, right?
Yeah, that's the
Right.
whole thing.
So, if you're into that, it sounds like you can.
Okay,
talk
wait.
to- yeah.
I'm still lost. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast talking about how smart he is.
He was talking about his patents, and he was talking about mathematical equations that the problem, the reason why we don't have tangential flying cars and levitation without gas and shit, and and the reason why we don't have time travel and we don't have anti-gravity, and he was just twisting math and making it seem like, oh, Einstein was wrong this whole time. No wonder.
Yeah, he said Einstein was wrong a couple of times. He was talking about gravity doesn't exist.
Yeah, gravity is
Saying 1 times 1 is 2.
Oh, 0 times 1 is 0. It's 0 times 1 is 1.
Yeah.
Huh?
He was reinventing life.
This calculated
Wait.
doesn't work.
Okay, so hold up. If gravity doesn't exist, what does? What's the thing that we think is gravity?
You'll have to ask Terrence, but
He was talking about like waves. He was saying everything is waves.
he obviously has some understanding of how things work, but he's trying to talk to normal people who have lives.
Man, there are Mexican people outside driving down Sunset Boulevard right now with no insurance. You want the motherfuckers flying a car?
He said what did interest me is that the patents that he has registered and companies that are using his patents, and I'm like, are you getting paid off of that?
He said he invented VR.
Virtual reality. He did say that. I remember when he said, I invented virtual reality. You see all these concepts in movies? That's my idea, man. That's my idea.
That's my idea, man.
That's my idea, man.
Really? He invented virtual reality?
I mean, that's what he said. That's what
He showed the patents.
He
and
showed the
companies
patents,
that
yeah.
were using his patent, but like it was like.
So he's
Amazon.
filthy stupid rich.
I don't know.
He was saying
he sure doesn't talk like it. he did. Well, I don't know. He might be. He
Well,
had on that wig.
Who,
He had that silly
who
wig.
asked that question?
K9.
Thank
oh,
you
no.
for your question, bro, because I got to go check that out. I got to go see that. I got to pull it up.
You know, it's pretty interesting. But, you know, shout out to Terrence Howard. He's done some good work. But who knew he had that side? That side of him. I mean, I think you should get Terrence.
That's what did I say? Sometimes some shit got to be just for you. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you could know my work as far as entertainment as an actor, but some stuff I got to just be, I don't got to broadcast to the world.
Right.
I said in the beginning, right?
Right, that's true. I hope it doesn't become like, you know, a joke.
Oh, it's going to be a skit on SNL. Has it been a skit on SNL yet? But yeah, a skit on SNL yet? It's coming this Saturday. I bet you it's coming this Saturday. When was the interview done?
Recently, fairly recently.
I bet you it's coming this Saturday.
Man, because he was going in.
That means SNL has to hire a black guy to play him.
Well, they can bronze one of them guys up. Who's
It's black. Keenan's still on, right?
I believe so.
Who's the black guy on SNL?
Other than Keenan? Keenan, shout out Keenan.
Oh, Mike.
Mike
Che.
Michael Che, yeah. Shout out to Keenan Thompson. He's the longest running cast member on SNL. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
The longest running cast member. Black all white.
He got in there and said, I ain't going nowhere.
Hey, man.
I ain't doing no drugs.
Hey man, that'd
I
be
ain't
cool.
gonna Belushi myself. I'm
Hell
right
yeah,
here.
hell yeah. That'd be cool to retire from a TV show.
That would be fucking.
That would be dope.
That would be cool.
Do that
Shit.
forever.
Ice-T, 20 years on
Yeah.
SVU,
Law and Order.
Law and Order.
That's
20 years, yo. Maybe 20 plus at this point.
Oh, as far as I know, we're there on like episode.
That's that's my dream job, bro. To shoot a TV show in New York City and do 20 fucking seasons of that shit and have 3 lines per episode. Yep, he's dead. Doom, 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 doom.
Yeah, shout out Ice-T, man.
Yo,
Got a
shout out
little
Ice-T,
job.
man.
That's job security right
Yo,
there.
you want to read a good ass book? The Ice Opinion.
The Ice
Ice-T has an autobiography called The Ice Opinion. Very good read.
Okay.
I tell you, I like to read autobiographical.
Yeah.
That's what I read because autobiographical. I'm like, I shouldn't even tell you this. This is one of my secrets, one of my comedy secrets. I shouldn't even tell you this. But autobiographical has points of view. Points of view is material.
Yes.
So when Ice-T says shit like, man, a bitch got to realize it, I'm like, oh shit, that's a bit. If you're a pimp got to understand that, oh nigga, that's a joke. Like, points of view, lots of material. And points.
See, now watch people say Tony Rock stole Ice-T's jokes.
Nope, I'm gonna be on because I know how I'm gonna combat that. I'm gonna go on Joe Rogan and say I invented Ice-T. I have the patent.
I have the patent to his book, to his whole life. Ice-T came to my school, the University of Oklahoma. He came and spoke to us.
Really?
Yeah. I don't remember what he said, but I was like, ain't that the dude that did Cop Killer? That's the dude right there. He was up there cussing.
Damn, you didn't know it was Ice-T?
No, I was like, how did they get him here? I was like, that's the dude that did, why is he here? That's why I was shocked. But he was up there just cussing and talking about Cop Killer and talking about university students. And, you know, stay in school, give me my $50,000 or whatever it was. And that was it.
Damn.
He came to my school. Ice Cube came to the school. He didn't speak. He was just
Oh, all the Ices came to your school.
yeah. Except for Vanilla Ice, he wasn't there.
Iceberg Slim. Another good book to read. Good.
Iceberg Slim.
A book I have lived very many chapters of my life by.
That's an old
Iceberg
book.
Slim. That's an old good book. Joe Fox what was Joe Fox like in college?
Man, I don't know who that guy is anymore. I like
How far away from that guy are you?
in some ways light years away, and in other ways, just the way that I'm kind of militant. Sometimes I'll say something off color, you know, I'll kind of go off on something. I've always been like that. I've always, I'm not gonna say I had a temper, but I had some moments where I was like, just, going off on somebody.
White people? No, because he said militant. So I'm like, you went up on a white person in Oklahoma?
A militant spirit
Okay.
about things. No, I didn't go. Yeah, I went off on a couple white people, but I can't remember four. I remember at one particular time, I was on the basketball court at the Huffman, and there was this big loudmouth dude, man. He was just popping off at the mouth, man. I had to go. I got tired of it. Like I don't like bullies. I don't like to be bullied. I don't like bullies on other people.
Right.
And it's like, okay, this dude is trying to bully me, and I'm not gonna be bullied. I don't care how big you are or anything like that. So we were playing basketball, and I took a basketball and I threw it at his head. He's like, motherfucker. They had to hold him back, hold me back. It looked like I was gonna get my ass whooped. I was ready to die that day. I really was. I really was. I knew he played on the football team. I had every intention to try to stomp his knees so he couldn't play. I mean, I was really thinking that. I didn't do it because this dude, shout out to Anthony, and he held me back. He was like, remember that day? He said, man, you was about to stomp your ass. I was like, maybe. I wasn't going to be the only one bleeding. I was determined. I wasn't going to be the only one bleeding. I was going to stomp his ass. That's how I was. I was going to stomp his knees. I was going to break some. So you couldn't, football career. I hope his children, his family is prospering. I heard he passed away. Sorry to hear that.
Oh, man.
R.I.P. But I remember that. That was one. It's like, okay, I'm still that guy. not like that.
Let me tell you a story, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh shit.
I'm going to preface this with, this is an absolutely true story. And it came to mind because you said he wasn't going to be the only one bleeding.
Yeah.
So Joe Fox and I one time, this is many, many years ago. First of all, Joe Fox and I are friends, are long friends. Like we were long time friends.
2002, 2000.
Fox and me have been running for a long time.
Yeah.
So this particular week, we on tour. We in Dallas, Texas. Joe Fox's hometown. So everywhere we go, we getting mad love. People are like, yo, Fox, da-da-da. They know me. Like, oh, shit, Tony Rock, Joe Fox, boom.
So far, so good.
Mad love everywhere we go. We go to a club one night. We have a few young ladies with us. We have a great night.
Yep.
We leave the club. This is back in the day when I used to eat at any time. I have since stopped doing that. Like I try
Waffle House.
I try not to eat after 10. I try not to eat like on the road. I'm trying not to eat because the food gets worse the later it gets.
Oh yeah.
The later it gets, listen to all you young comics out there, all you touring comics, the food is less nutritious the later it gets in the night. If you're starving and it's late, if you can make it into the morning to get some fruit and some clean water, do that. But if you have to eat, I understand. But I used to just be like, I don't give a fuck. I'll eat a cheesesteak at 4 a.m. and go right to bed. I've been blessed with a metabolism. So this particular night, Joe Fox and I are going to Steak and Shake. I do love some Steak and Shake. And Fox is driving. It's a couple of cars in the drive-through. So I go, yo, just pull over. I'll go inside. But the inside was closing. I said, Fox, they'll let me in. I'll show my face. They'll let me in. So I go to the window, bang, boom. Dude sees me. He's mopping the floor. Sees me. Oh, shit, Tony Rock lets me in. I go in by myself. Joe Fox sitting in the car. There's 2 dudes and 2 girls sitting at the bar, at the counter eating. They drunk. At this time, another thing, young comics out there watching this, the later it gets in the night, everybody's drunk.
Yeah,
Everybody's drunk. Might not be a problem, but guess what? If everybody's drunk, then some of those people are drunk and belligerent. Some of them are drunk and can't hold their liquor, nor can they hold their tongues or be held accountable for their actions. So be fucking careful late at night. So I go in the Steak and Shake by myself. One guy see me, yo, that's dude. Doesn't know my name. Knows the face, can't recall my name. Hits his man, yo, ain't that homeboy? The other guy sees me like, oh shit, that's Chris Rock brother. Now I'm drunk too. I'm not saying I was sober. I'm drunk too. So I'm on some like, yo, let me get my food and get the fuck out of here, right? Dude's like, hey, yo, man. I look down the counter. What's up? He says, yo, come here. I don't come here to no man. Not even the law. They say, come here, I'm going to stop. I won't run, but I'm not going to come here. I'll stop. Yo, come here. Nah, I'm good, bro. Yo, come here, man. Bro, go ahead, man. I start ordering my food. old white man behind the counter. Now, 4 a.m, why is this 80-year-old white man behind the counter at 4 a.m? No idea. He's scared to death.
Like, all right.
He's scared. He hears these dudes yelling and me not moving, and he's like, guys.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, my man, can I just please order my food, bro? I was gonna order and get out of here. And I order my food, and he's ringing it up. And the homie's like, yo, come in. You ain't hear me call you? I'm like, come on, bro. Like, what you got? Because you got chicks with you? I'm supposed to walk over there, bro. If you want to talk to me, come over here and talk to me. Nigga, I just wanted to ask you who you was, nigga. I'm like, I ain't nobody, man.
What a bitch.
And then he says, ain't you Chris Rock brother? I said, my normal response, I have a name. My name is not Chris Rock's brother. My mother didn't say my name, him Chris Rock's brother. Man, fuck it then. Never mind, nigga. All right, cool. I sit there, I order my food. The dude behind the counter, guys. And then I say, sir, just ring my food up. He ain't gonna do nothing. And when I say he ain't gonna do nothing, this motherfucker, he got 2 chicks with him. Now he got his drunk, 2 chicks with him. He has to make a scene. What you say, nigga? Yo, the fuck you say, boy? I ain't gonna do shit. Nigga, I'll fuck you up. Something like that. I ignore that. The guy behind the counter, guys. I'm like, sir, he's just talking. It's okay. And then he says, nigga, I come over there and spit in your face. So now I turn around and face this dude. And I say, okay, nigga, now you got my attention.
You have.
Because if you think you're gonna come over here and spit on me, it's gonna be 2 bloody motherfuckers in this steak and shake tonight. I ain't gonna be the only one bleeding, nigga. And I see the cup. The guy has like the cup of the silverware, the knives and the forks. And I'm like, as soon as he comes, I'm just gonna grab a knife and put that shit right in his neck and run up out of here. So then he gets up, and then his boy gets up and tries to restrain him. The girls are all like, oh my God, that's Tony Rock. The girls are so like, oh shit, Tony Rock, what's up? So I go, yo, what's up, baby? And then he goes, don't talk to my bitch, nigga. Don't talk to my bitch. And I look, so I go, now I'm playing a mental game with this nigga. I go, oh, I'm sorry, bitch, I can't talk to you. And she turns to him and goes, who the fuck you calling the bitch? To him. Who the fuck you calling? He's like, no, I'm just saying, I'm telling him, don't talk to you. So now it's funny because I'm laughing at him. The old man's like, guys, please, guys.
Lose it.
At this moment, Joe Fox comes walking in and sees the melee. And Joe Fox says, and I did not see this coming. This was not like some structured, scripted shit. Fox comes in and he hear them talking, and I'm standing there facing the dude, and Fox said, yo, Rock, whatever you want to do, Rock, let's do it. And I was like, oh shit! Joe Fox was gonna fight tonight. I was blown away. I really thought I was gonna fight 2 dudes that night. And Joe Fox came in and said, yo, Rock, whatever you want to do, Rock, let's do it. And I was like, man, I was Denzel, man, nigga. And my man made the food. He was trying to get me out of it. He made the food so fast, gave me the food, rang it up, and then we leave. Remember this? We jump in the car, and they leave too.
Yeah, and they start
following us. They call following us. We drive a block, and Fox was like, yo, that car behind us, man.
He said, don't go back.
And then we drive like another left. I said, don't go to the hotel.
Until they turn off.
So I turn, and we turn another block, they turn. And then Fox said, yo, I'm going to turn this next corner. And if they turn the next corner, I'm going to park this car. We're just going to get out, and it's going to be what it is. And when he turned the corner, they didn't turn. They just went straight. And that was like, let's back to the hotel. Now, I don't know if you remember this. This is like the tail end of that story.
Yeah.
So maybe 2 weeks later, this is when Twitter was big. I think I told you this. When Twitter was big.
Yeah.
I get a message on Twitter.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I was the guy that got in an argument with you in the Steak and Shake a couple weeks ago. I was drunk. Of course, I knew that.
Yeah.
And my boy was telling me that all you said was, hey, I have a name. I'm not Chris Rock's brother.
Right.
But, bro, I didn't even catch that. And he was like, yo, man, I apologize, bro. Respect to you. And I was like, oh, shit, all right. Like, I didn't respond to him. But I was like, okay, at least he knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't have to, calmer heads prevailed, even if it was 2 weeks later. Yeah. It didn't have to go there. But the thing that made me, the thing that I took away from that night that I still hold on to was Fox was like, yo, Rock, whatever you want to do. I have very few friends in my life that I've been in I've been in a trillion fights in my life.
Yeah.
I can, one hand, how many dudes didn't run. One hand, how many cats that was like, yo, it's us together.
I wasn't going to let that happen. I didn't know. Because, I mean, it started to look weird. I was like, okay, my man is not in his hometown. He's in my hometown, Dallas, and we got shows.
Fox said, I got to protect this nigga. We got to work tomorrow. Fox said, I can't do the whole show by myself.
Yeah, we got to work.
I'm doing 20 minutes, nigga. I can't do that hour and a half.
That would be bad. What that look like?
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Joe Fox. Just so y'all know, Tone got his ass whipped last night, so I will be doing the whole hour and a half.
Yeah, I didn't help.
Yeah. I ran, so that's why I'm here tonight. On one hand, how many cats that was like, "Yo, let's go, son."
Yeah, man, I wasn't gonna let that happen to you.
I
Man.
appreciate that, Craig.
Hilarious, Anthony Wayne. Oh, gave his governor.
Yeah. I remember that, boy. That was man.
Man, this also. Just think if that was on social media. Man,
How many bullets have we dodged in our lives, being the age we are, that we missed our teenage years? We missed social media.
man.
That's another reason why it's a good and a bad.
Yeah.
Because there are kids now. Okay, so when I was in high school or junior high school, right?
Yeah.
Didn't have the freshest gear. Was not the best dress. Well, I wasn't best dressed, but I was like borrowing from all my brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I wasn't the freshest kid in school. Think about the kids now in school who got to compete with the kids that's on social media. Look what I got. Look what I got. That don't even go to their school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's the way that they rate themselves or
Right.
Find their sense of self-worth if they compare themselves to what they see on social media. And you was talking about dating earlier. You know, people assess you based on that. Like someone who you're interested in can go on your social media page
Yep.
and they look and see,
Yep.
you know, how you roll, not knowing that a lot of that is fake. Or even if it is real, you trying to be real on social media,
Right.
you still get, oh, look at this, he ain't got nothing. You
Right.
know, that's still a double-edged sword. So you can't win even when you're trying to be real because it's not what everybody else
Yep.
is doing. And it's not the popular thing to do. Oh, you look at them shoes on. Look, 11 likes. I ain't going out with this.
That's why I think and that's another thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit, that's two things I want.
Yeah.
Like the aspect of likes
Yeah.
is weird as fuck because you could do some shit heartfelt,
Mm-hmm.
and it gets 5 likes, but a girl half naked twerking outside of a fucking drive-through, 2,000 likes.
Yeah.
But what else? Something else you just said. I was like, damn, I want to make a point on that. I believe that all schools should have a standard dress code.
School uniforms.
Listen, public school, junior high, all the way through high school. I know. Now people will combat me on that one because in high school you start to develop your sense of who you are and how you want to dress and what you want to do. But I think if there's a standard dress code, school uniform,
Yeah.
public school, junior high, all the way through high school, you're not in competition to look like or to look better than or to have more than or floss over.
True.
Everybody's here. We all together.
Right.
Now, when you graduate, you're going further into your manhood anyway, or your womanhood anyway.
Right.
So now do what you want to do. Dress how you want to dress. Live how you want to live. But in high school, we shouldn't be kind of training our kids to compete with each other.
Yeah.
You should only be in school, public school, junior high, and high school for education.
Yeah, and I think naturally the spirit of competition and the who's the best at this, I think that's nature. Clothes and your sense of self-worth being defined by these materialistic things, I think that's got to go.
Yeah, but I think right. That's what I'm saying. Because if there's a standard school uniform,
Yeah, everybody's
then
got
I
the
think you
same
develop
stuff.
more of who you are as a person.
Right.
You start to really learn who you are as opposed to I have it on, so it makes me better than.
Right.
You have more time to develop here and
right.
here than like here, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your sense of self-worth isn't defined on your clothes.
Right.
In your
Speaking of poorly dressed, the intern is here. You want to get in here, Grimy? You want to get in here?
He said, grab some ice first. Ain't this something? Or make yourself at home, Grimy. Man, it's one thing when you need social media. You know what I mean?
do not.
Like you
I
need.
nigga, once a month, I'm like, should I just turn all this shit off?
I be thinking about it.
Should I just be that guy that you just don't see? Like, just be a recluse, and when you see me, it makes it all like, oh shit, we saw Tony Rock.
Yeah, right there. There's something to be said where you can enjoy life to the fullest without it.
Right.
It's been ingrained in our lives to where it's a tool, and if you know how to use the tool for whatever you're using it for, then that's an advantage. But if you need it for, self-aggrandizement, the validation,
Right.
a sense of self-worth, then it can be too much.
So we was in Tampa this week, right?
Right.
Shows was fire, audience is crazy every night, and every night I had to tell somebody to put their phone away because the whole room's watching. I'm on stage, and I always see that one person like this just follow me on stage. So much so I had to just say and I stole the line from Dave Chappelle. Literally stole the line from Dave Chappelle, not claiming it as my own. Yo, put the phone away. Let's just have a human experience.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day when you went somewhere and you would tell your friend about it later on that wasn't there? You know what you would say to them? Yo, you missed it.
Yeah, you missed it.
Yo, we don't want to miss anything anymore. Nobody want to miss anything. You want to make sure everybody see everything you're doing. Yo, put your phones away. And I said, yo, the people that's in the room, I'm fucking with y'all. I'm doing this for y'all. When you tell your friends about it later, just be like, yo, you fucking missed it. Or tell them, yo, he got a show tomorrow. Take your ass and buy a ticket.
Right.
So you can see it too.
Yeah, when you do that, when somebody takes out their phone and they record moments like that, they're knockoff moments. They're knockoff.
Yeah, they want to be the one that get the one up on everybody else. Like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
here and I took a picture of it. Or I was here and I took a video of it. They want to beat everybody else in the room.
Yeah.
Everybody, like we said, everybody's in competition in some manner of way. Some manner or another.
They're like low key, like dry reporters. It's like they want to report the news. They're like, what do you want to report this for? Guess what he did? Guess where I was? Who gives a shit?
But it's not only reporting it. They want to report it, but they want to showcase that they were there.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. The reporting is one thing, but just like showcasing, hey, look where I was. It's still about them. It's a self-centered thing to do.
Yeah. It's them selling. It's like it's for self-aggrandizement. You're like, oh, look how great I am. I was at this event and I saw this, and it's when you need it for that, then it's like it's too much for that person.
Talking about social media, the ills of social media, the good, the bad, the ugly.
I mean, do you believe that social media can? Man, there should be like some kind of discrimination laws again, because how you can't lose a job because like you have a disease or something like that, or disabled or something like
Right.
that. There should be some kind of law or regulation that says, look, you can't not hire me because of social media, because it's something that you don't like.
Something that I did said in the past.
Yeah, of course, it's all in the past.
Okay, what about if you do something in present day?
Is it on social media and that's how you're
Yeah, what if you
you're
do-
assessing?
What if you post something on social media that people don't like?
And you don't get a job because of it?
Or you get fired. Or you get let's say you get
That's what happens. They find out somebody who did something fucked up, like at a baseball game. They find your Facebook page, your LinkedIn page, and they out you. The next thing you know, they start tweeting that person's company, like, "Hey, this guy works for
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Okay, if you do
and he's
something
racist."
against the law, that's different.
No,
Or
it's
if
like
you
being
do
rude. Like, nigga dropped the football. And then, like, what'd you say? Like, they caught him saying it, and so now they're going to find out his name by putting him online.
Yeah.
They show his LinkedIn page. He's the guy that said, nigga dropped the football. Coca-Cola, what are you going to do about it? And then, Coca-Cola comes out. This former employee of ours does not reflect our stance.
Okay,
do you stand on that? Is that good or bad?
let's
I saw a few people get fired like that on Twitter. Twitter got a lot of people, Black Twitter got a lot of people fired.
okay, so I think that should be measured.
Let me find out Black Twitter got some power. Come on, Black Twitter.
I think that should be measured to some degree. Like if there's a racial incident and someone's, white
I got
guy,
a question for you. Go.
white guys flexing on a black football player, okay, you're a piece of shit. Like that's how you are.
I have to take this phone call. My son is going to bed. I have to check in with my child.
Okay.
Yeah, continue.
So that's why. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you're not a good person. Now that may
Yes, sir.
have a poor reflection on the company, and they need to be adjusted because of that.
I'm down the block, kiddo.
You know what I mean? They should
Yeah.
be adjusted for that. Now, should they be fired for that? Perhaps.
I consider-
Perhaps, or written up, or something like you need to go to. You need to accept some consequences for your behavior. I would say.
Social media now to me should be treated like a drug possession, right? Like if they drug test you before you get a job, they operate with the assumption that you won't do drugs while you're there. But let's say do a random drop and you dirty, you can get fired, right? So your social media, they might have scrubbed before they hired you. But further down the line, they assume that you also are a good citizen online still. But then you do something that's fucked up online, they should be able to go,
They should.
random drop, you dirty, we gotta cut it.
Oh yeah.
Like
okay.
social media is closer to drug possession than it is drug usage than it is.
Then they should define which drugs are.
Well, this
okay.
why I think is they're going to look back at this in like 20, 30 years and be like, oh man, this was a problem then too. It was just the early years of crack, if you will. Like this social media could be this Gen Z's crack. Like, can't control it. They're obsessed with it. They'll do strange things for it. It'll be looked back on as the beginning of a digital crack era.
That's
It's like,
the digital
how do we
crack
fix it?
era. It's social media abuse. I think it should be measured.
it's too available.
You can't if you get fired because of your opinion after you get the job. It's different. It's like I don't want this kind of person working. I'm not going to give you the job. But if you get fired because of one of your opinions online, I think that should be carefully measured.
No, I think you can't get. I don't think you should be able to get fired for an opinion, especially if it's freedom of speech, right? You should be protected under that constitutional situation, right? But if your statement is representing you in a negative light,
Yourself?
yes, there, and then ergo representing your company in a way, right? So especially if it's a value. So if your value is that all women belong in the kitchen, and you're gonna go back to work as somebody's manager, your coworkers and subordinates gonna be like, "Hey, bro, did you just say yesterday?" Like it's hard to say. That was on my Facebook, baby. You can't get mad at me. Like you put it out there now.
Did you get fired for something like that?
If your regional manager tweet, "Women belong in the kitchen," and he clock in to work the next day. I don't think you should get fired, but it's going to be very, very hard.
Okay, so
hold off.
you see my point. I said I don't think you should get fired, but
It'll be a discussion.
yeah, you should answer for that. You shouldn't go around saying stuff like that.
You should be able to go around saying it. That's
should
that's
be
the
able-
problem.
you
You should be able to go
should-
around saying
it
it.
should-
But the minute you are a representative of somebody else's
Free-
firm, brand, organization, image, there's a compromise there.
Okay,
Then
yeah,
with drug tests, you're dirty.
I do agree with that. I'm just saying that there's a fine line, but you should not be discriminated against because of
You shouldn't be discriminating against you discriminating against somebody else.
you got me.
This is below.
I should be able to discriminate all I want,
no.
but you can't discriminate against me.
You get fired over some hoes? Come
That's
on,
like
man.
my. Look, I
I'm
always say
talking
all the
about
time,
I'm talking about opinions. I'm not talking about you're doing something to somebody and you're imposing your opinions
feel
on
you.
somebody.
son, that's one of my favorite sayings. I always say every day of my life. Some people are so stupid they shouldn't have opinions, and that's just my opinion.
That's my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Some people just shouldn't have opinions, man. That's just my opinion.
I don't know.
Social media is risky, man. I felt like there was a couple things I applied for in my life, and I feel like they did a social media scrub and was like, "Get the fuck out of here."
What was
saw
the
you
thing that you
coming.
would say? This is the thing that cost me that job.
Oh man, my old Twitter could bring the house down on a lot of shit, like professionally. Like
Give me something that you said on Twitter.
back in the day, man.
Yeah.
It's called shock tweeting back then for the record.
Shock tweeting,
where you say something ridiculous just to like.
incite violence.
Just get people going
Get some
and
traction
create,
going.
create
Okay.
algorithms.
What's the shock Twitter tweet that Drive Me posted?
Just like what you said, women belong in the kitchen.
Stuff like that, like I would
Out of nowhere.
I could probably research like my biggest hits, but I would say dumb stuff like that, or I can't remember if I tweeted it or not.
biggest
but I
hits.
inferred that
The biggest hit.
I inferred that I had like a couple that had a million views, but I said something along the lines of Chris Brown knocked hits into Rihanna, and it made her a better artist.
Knocked hits into Rihanna.
And I was like the first girl I knew from college, like, I can't believe you just said that. I'm like, well, in the context, you get what I'm saying, all right? Like, before the fights, it was like, her songs were like number ones, but then afterwards they were. And so I was trying to say, it was a wordplay on hits. And I was like, come on, you get what I'm saying. And I was like, that's not going to age well. But yeah, obviously the joke was the word at play, not really the actual incident. But out of context, a girl know me from college might go, "You're not a stand-up comedian yet." This is like 2000.
Right.
So now I'm like getting like girls coming to me like, "What's wrong with you?" Like, no, you understand? I use Twitter for like jokes and humor. It's not, you can't take it literal.
I remember I tweeted one time, this was not even worth like I couldn't get in trouble for it, but it was super funny. I tweeted. It was when the World Cup was going on. And it was like the first year. The World Cup just got really big here in like the last couple of years, right? So I'm home one day flicking channels, and the World Cup's on like 2 channels. Like, why the fuck they got soccer on 2 channels? What the fuck's going on here? And I tweeted, yo, this is America. We don't give a fuck about the World Cup. And some dude, look, this is an old tweet, and some dude responded, this is the World Cup. We don't give a fuck about America. And I said, yo, my man, that's fucking great, bro. Laugh out loud, laugh out loud. And he was like, yo, I'm glad you appreciated that shit. And he put laugh out loud. And I was like, me and this nigga friends now. We cool. Because I said it, and he fucking hit me right back. And I was like, yo, we good. We good.
The clap back.
Yeah, the clap back was good.
I like the clap
It was
back.
worthy. I said, I have a worthy adversary here.
That's a good line right there. That's the thing about the internet is that you're competing against millions of great ideas. And so, like, I'll tweet something I think is funny. I'm like, these motherfuckers are just non-comedians throwing out straight fire. And I'd be like, God damn, that's a good tweet. YouTube comments? Top tier, funniest places to read some shit. These people should be paid for their comments.
They are. You
man.
stupid? They are.
They're just the commenters.
Bruh, there's a team of writers working for social media right now. They all them random memes you seen it coming on like, yo, that's funny as shit. It's a team. They just sitting in the office somewhere just
memes.
coming up with shit.
They good.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Put that out there. Let's see how many hits it gets. You know,
They have round table meetings like, okay, wait, what are we talking about today?
Oh,
Caitlin Clark, boom. That's a meme. Put it up.
oh yeah,
Them random joints that just come out of nowhere. You think people are sitting around it's a team of motherfuckers sitting in the office.
That's why they
right
say
now.
the internet is never defeated. It's not defeated.
Yeah.
Undefeated. Yeah.
They constructing those.
I probably got some race jokes in there too, for sure. Got some.
Man, I tried to make a few. Like I made like Kanye West. Like I put his face on Richard Pryor, the toy. You know. Like
Oh, I got a Drake one.
Remember that when he was with Trump?
Yeah, I had I was when Drake found out he had a kid and the Adidas stuff dropped. I was fucking Drake up. I was fucking everybody up. And then I started
Look at that.
tweets.
Yeah, I got
And
my
was like-
gangster.
in my head, I was like, well, I don't think I'm gonna get famous. But if I did get famous, which one of these tweets would a celebrity be like, hey, my man, it's you? I'd be like, hey, man. And that's where I created my logic from that. I can't get in trouble for something I said when I was poor. Like, you can never judge me for where I
That's a good
was.
one.
Like, I was under the bridge,
That's a good
trolling,
one.
yelling
That's a good
up.
one. That's a
And
good
if
one.
I get up here on top of the bridge, you can't ask me what I said down there.
That's a good one, bro.
I was yelling up. You cannot judge me.
Got a
for
question?
that.
You got a question? Go.
Yeah, speaking of racist jokes, Jeffrey Smith said,
Jeffrey Smith, this motherfucker.
Oh, the pause guy, yeah.
should comedian Kramer get a second chance? Social media.
Nah.
I don't care. I don't give a damn.
Black people can't give you a second chance. So he can get a second chance from white people whenever, but black
Look,
people like nah, we
as
can't.
a person that was in the room when it happened,
Right. Right. At the
Well, you were
factory.
there.
I understood and still understand the context that he did it in.
As a comedian.
But listen, as a comedian.
Okay.
But since the masses didn't get it, I just said, oh, they didn't get it. So that he tried it, but it didn't go over well.
Yeah. I was like,
I saw what he was doing.
I forgot to.
The entertainer in me, the performer, the artist was like this. Oh, I see what he's doing. Now, number one, we said this on the podcast before. I will never fucking step in front of a white man that's getting in trouble for saying the N-word and protect him. Never. Never.
ever.
But I saw what he was doing.
Yeah. As a comedian.
He was doing a character, and he said it. But like people, all they saw was the clip of nigga, nigga, nigga. But before that, like a sentence before that was like, yeah, it's like back in the day when. And he said a scenario, and he was like, a white guy would see a black dude and be like, look at the nigga. He was doing a character, but then once he said nigga, every black person was like,
Tuned
oh
out.
no, nah, nigga, nope, that we ain't letting that go. But I was like, oh, I see what he was doing. But I wasn't gonna be the one to jump in front of a fucking Channel 7 mic and like, no, he really didn't mean that. And fuck that. He's going down with the ship, nigga. If you want to say it, you want to take it there, go ahead.
They want the freedom of expression, and since we are given it, that is what happens with the option.
And
right?
since we use the word so freely, it just seems to everybody else like, oh, I guess they don't
Can't
care who
stand
says it.
They can't stand how freely we use
It's
it.
very.
That's the thing. We use it so freely, it feels to everybody like, oh, I guess it's cool.
Well, I mean, there's nuance to it as we know, but the fact that it's 2024 and it's still such a freaking mystery. It's
Ain't no mystery. We can say it, y'all can't. Ain't no mystery.
That's the
Well, no,
We can say it, y'all
to
can't. Those are
to
the
those
rules.
people. Like they're still asking the question.
Y'all can
I
do a lot-
don't understand
Y'all can
why
do a lot
I
of shit
can't
we
say
can't
it.
do.
Yeah, y'all can walk
Y'all
to
can
the
do a
bank,
lot of
you
shit we
want
can't
to.
do.
Like,
That's just the
so-
rules, right?
Like, let us have this one.
The cost is the fear of being it, nigga. Like, we get to keep that, bear that forever. So you don't get to use it and go back to La La Land. Like, that's the bullshit to me. I give a shit about race relations. It's like, you can't rent a nigga. Like, I don't like the idea of renting.
They did back in the day.
Speaking of renting, nigga, I met John Grimes' white wife this week. I was at the airport this week. I met John Grimes' white wife.
Imogene?
I met Imogene, yeah.
Not married.
She seems very nice. She seems very nice. She was very nice. Hey, it's a pleasure to meet you. I was like, hey, how you doing? It's finally nice to meet you.
It's finally nice to meet you.
Well, it's funny too because she does so much of the crap I do. Like when I work on stuff and like ideas.
She does what?
She implements all the like I work with her so much on the stuff. Like if I make the barcode, she made the barcode. I ain't make the barcode.
Okay.
So she already knows like there's clearly a working relationship, so she knows all the stuff.
So Imogene is a de facto Rock the World member.
Basically, like
Employee, Rock the World employee.
She's being helpful to
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay,
Like I swear, sometimes she's like, it's funny. It's just funny. We do a lot. If I say something out loud about something I need done, she'll either be like, okay, I can just do it, or gets me along the way to do it.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's what
so-
you need.
Yeah,
She's great for that.
Y'all are teammates.
Yeah.
That's nice.
She,
Imogene, shout out. Yeah, she
And tell me your son's name again?
Braden.
Braden. I met Braden before, but he was at the airport too.
Braden. Okay.
Braden played basketball.
How old is Braden?
Braden's 7. Braden also knows Tony too. Like if he sees him or like there's like a video or something like that, like that's Tony. I'm like, well, I know it's Tony. You gotta tell me. I know that. But it's like random stuff. Sometimes we watch random. So like my girl watches that cooking channel all the time. So that Bobby Flay thing happened, and my son was like, Dad, is it Tony Rock? I was like, I'll be damned. I thought he was on fucking Bobby Flay.
Well, Bobby Flay's a good friend of mine. Name drop.
I didn't know you were doing that.
Bobby Flay's my man. Bobby Flay came to see me do stand-up in New York one time at the comic strip, right? I'm on stage. He's directly side of the stage. I'm rocking. I'm like having a really good set. And I look over and it's him and some young lady. And I'm like, oh shit, that's Bobby Flay in my head. I say a joke. The shit hits. The room explodes. They laughing. So I just lean over like, yo, man, big fan. And lean back into the set. So show's over. He comes over. We chop it up, start talking.
Yeah.
Bobby Flay, yeah, you got to come to the restaurant anytime, bro. You know, dinner on me, boom, boom, boom. So years later, I'm doing my publicist. When I hired a publicist at the time, waste of money, and she was like, you know, so what are you into? I'm kind of a foodie, but not really. I like certain things, but blah blah blah. I'm into sports and this. You tell her what you into, and she'll try to like structure some appearances on various things that fit what you want to do. And anybody that you work with, anybody you know, I'm like, oh shit, you know what, Bobby Flay, my man, it might be something there. You know, we hung out with some comic strip. It was in passing, but you know, I'm sure he still remembers me. And she fucking called and was like, Tony Rock had interest in. Oh shit, Tony Rock, yeah, I love this guy. Yo, get him on. So when I got there that day, everybody, all the other chefs were like, what's this man? What they call it? A man? Just like bromance. What's this bromance?
Bromance.
With you and Bobby? You guys got a bromance? And I'm like, yeah, that's my man. Y'all love this dude. He's like, oh shit, Tony Rock. We had a great time, bro. And they made me eat some shit. I was like, I cannot. You're gonna have to cut the camera because I can't eat this. It was a lamb tartare.
Oh, that sounds good.
No, but tartare is like raw meat. It's uncooked. So
Lamb,
like one of
raw
the dishes.
lamb.
One of the dishes was what's it called? Egg in a. Like they cut the hole in the toast and put the egg in.
Oh, I forgot.
It's called egg into something. It's like a white dish. You should.
Yeah. Moved over Miami a little.
Some shit like that, and it was good. It was good. The guy made it,
What was over
and
Miami?
they had the camera right on you like this while you trying it, like, and you got to give your critique, even though you're not a chef. I'm like, oh, the bread's nice and crunchy, and the egg doesn't feel too heavy. You know, I gotta say some dumb shit like that. Then the other dude that made his dish, they open it up, and I'm like, yo, what's that? And like, it's lamb tartare, and on national television, they might have edited the shit out because I said, yo, that's not cooked. And everybody like, wait, hold up, stop, pause, cut, like, hold up. On national, I'm like, yo, that's not cooked. I can't eat that.
I can't eat that.
And it's like, no, it's lamb tartare. I'm like, nah, I can't. So they was like, yo, when the camera zooms in, like, take some of the side, like, it was like maybe greens, like some vegetables on the side. Just eat some of the vegetables and then say what you. And I was like, oh, it's kind of sweet. It's like I like it. I made some shit up. Because I was like, yo, I told y'all, I'm the pickiest eater in the world. If everybody would just make cheeseburgers, I'd have been good. And then when the dish the other guy made when they went to commercial, they was like, if you want to eat it, and I was like, oh, it's not bad. I'll take another bite. But the lamb tartare, as soon as they was like commercial, I was like, get that shit out of here, man. I ain't eating that.
So you don't do anything raw, like sushi. You don't do sushi. None of that.
I have yet to eat sushi. I can see myself. It's fish. I eat fish. I just don't eat. I don't
just
eat
don't do
shellfish.
raw.
Oh yeah, you
Selfish.
like you eat tuna?
I do eat tuna.
Oh yeah.
I just haven't eaten sushi yet. I have a blue collar palate. Some shit I just gotta get.
There's some solid places I can recommend.
I gotta
break you in there. Pause.
I don't eat shellfish. I don't eat.
Wow.
Of course, no pork.
No pork.
Of course, no funguses
and no tartar.
and no tartar.
It's not on shrimp, bro. Shrimp fire. Bacon wrapped shrimp.
But that's not raw. No, you don't. There's no
You don't
raw
eat pork.
shrimp.
You don't eat pork or shrimp. Bacon wrapped shrimp is delicious.
Bacon wrapped.
Even if it's
shrimp.
not a hell of a combo.
I don't even want that.
Get some barbecue.
I don't want to have to unwrap the bacon. It's still on there. I don't want.
I don't know. You gotta wrap it.
No, you know what's funny? When he on the road with us every week, this motherfucker eating something. I'm looking at his plate like, yo, that nigga eat that shit. Like every week. Yo, every week we in the restaurant at the end of the week, we go to dinner, and I'll be eating, and I'm just looking at Grimey's plate like, yo, this nigga really eat that shit. Going hard. Yeah, so the shrimp with the fucking pasta sauce, all that. This shrimp is like, I'm like,
I think we was in Denver, and he had the kitchen staff give him a whole plate of nothing
Shrimp.
but shrimp. Nothing but shrimp.
Shout out to Denver Improv.
Yeah,
Boy, that
yeah.
man, the cook brought us out straight shrimp.
I was like, you can do that?
Big
I was
old
like,
dollar
I
shrimp,
never
too.
did
yeah.
that.
No, that's how it started. The first night, he ordered the shrimp.
Yeah.
And the girl brought the plate, and he was like, man, these some big ass shrimp. They got some. So the next night, he's like, yo, can I get a plate of the shrimp again? And she was like, yeah, okay. So by the third night, she's like, you want the shrimp? And he was
It was on
like the first night it was the shrimp
On the
and
salad?
the side salad and the fries. Second night it was the shrimp, no fries, just
fries,
salad.
salad.
Nigga, last night she was like, here, nigga, just a plate of shrimp. Like, fuck it, here.
All of it.
Here, just eat the shrimp,
I was like, how
motherfucker.
do you get rid of that salad? So I
You
can have the
hungry
shrimp.
motherfucker, just take the shrimp.
God damn.
It's like the salad is in my way of the shrimp.
It's like when you go to the store and you get like that. It's like a big ass bag of frozen shrimp, and they just like, this is for grimy. It's like, put
Bro,
it on a plate.
we literally do that kind of shit, like boils and all that. I'll be like, just put the shrimp in there. I don't know what else.
All right, so when I have the cookout at the crib, you could bring the shrimp. I'll make sure I prepare all my food first, so you get the kitchen to yourself.
King crab.
'Cause I don't
King
want
crab
that shit.
shrimp, I'm gonna have
I don't want
both
that
of
shit mixed with my food.
King crab.
I'll invite G too. G gets busy. G does crab like
do that?
he get busy. G from Maryland, so you know they super
yeah,
big
yeah.
into like crustaceans.
Yes, sir.
They have it at the airport.
Where you
Maryland,
from?
Maryland.
Okay.
where you from?
Waldorf.
Waldorf. Oh, okay.
Waldorf. That sounds
The
important.
airport had crab. That cracked me up.
And
One of them airports on the East Coast.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
got
yeah.
crab at the airport.
they get busy. Crustaceans is big in Maryland, in the DMV. Yeah. G, my man G, be like the Old Bay and all that.
Yeah.
The Momo.
Oh, yeah,
He busy.
yeah.
G get busy.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
You missed it earlier. Garrick Dixon is on next week's episode.
Okay.
And next week's episode is the drunk episode. We're going to drink a bunch of rum punch, a bunch of Captain Kirk's Jamaican rum punch, and roll the cameras. No topics. Whatever we talk about, we talk
Whatever
about.
we talk
We
about.
telling stories. We having fun. It's the drunk episode.
Slurred speech.
Sounds like shenanigans.
I'm gonna be talking slower than this.
And I'll be on next week's episode, but I won't be on the 2, I believe, going at the 2 Tuesdays after that. I'm going on vacation. My birthday festivities start on June 16th.
June 16th.
June 15th. June 15th.
15th.
And they go until July 4th. So I will be going to New York,
Yeah.
to a couple of islands,
Right.
Vegas, a little stop here in Texas, a little stop
Right,
here,
right.
there. I'm floating around.
Austin? Is it Austin?
Austin, yeah, Austin, Texas.
The space shuttle? Space station?
The
Mothership.
comedy
Mothership.
Shout out Joe Rogan, my first time performing at the club. I performed there when I was in town doing the other comedy club. I stopped by and they put me up for a guest set, but this is my weekend. I'm doing a weekend there.
Dope.
And looking
You ever
forward
try
to
to
it.
get on
man.
that?
Huh?
You ever try to get on that?
What?
The show.
I've done Rogan.
Oh.
Nigga, I'm Tony Rock.
I don't know how many episodes you got. You got like
I've
2,000
done Rogan, bro.
episodes.
I've done Rogan. I've done Breakfast Club. I've done it.
You done a couple of Breakfast Clubs, right?
Yeah.
Only Tony Rock could tell you he Tony Rock sitting right in front of you. Like he's gonna look to the camera.
I said that. No, I said that shit to
Tony
Trey.
Rock.
I said that shit to Trey one night. One day we were sitting here. He didn't get it though. I was like, I said something. I was my dad. I know it was about. He was saying they should charge for auditions or pay for auditions.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You used to get paid for auditions.
Yeah.
They used to do that. I don't know how much. Maybe it was like $25. I mean, because it was such a long time ago.
Oh, when you said that, so they would limit the competition. And you was like, well, why would they bring y'all in instead of me if they're gonna limit the competition?
No. This is what happened. He said they used to pay people for auditions, and he said they should bring it back. And he said, no, his reasoning was they should bring it back because they would only select the crop, the cream of the crop, so to speak. That's not what the words he used, but they would only select top-notch guys. And I said, well, then I would get an audition, and maybe Naeem would, but you guys wouldn't.
I'd like to
And he was like, I'm going. And I'm like, and my logic was, how are you going to go? Like, I have a resume that's fucking a mile long. I have sold shows, produced shows, written shows, starred in shows.
Right.
You haven't. So what makes you think, besides your ego, that you're going to be the guy that they go, Tony and Trey? That's what I was trying to say. But I didn't want to get into a back and forth with it because I was like, he don't get what I'm saying.
Oh, well, I think, well, for me, it was like, okay, your representation can get you in.
But
I think that's always going to be a factor.
His point was you're getting paid for it, so they're only going to select a few people. Everybody has representation. That means that does not mean everybody has representation that's going to say you can go.
Make you a finalist.
That's true, I guess.
If you're an agent, look, real talk. If you're an agent and you have, since we were talking about Terrence Howard earlier, you got Terrence Howard and you got Trey Elliott. You're gonna go, I'm sending Terrence. No knock to Trey Elliott, but you're gonna go, I'm sending Terrence, right? Look at his body of work. It will get him in the door.
Right.
That's what I was saying.
So,
But his ego was, yo, I'm going too. Okay.
I guess it depends on the production. Okay, all right, these are.
No, see,
it's
now
the
you make it.
name.
Now you making like.
I'm not making excuses.
It's the name. You're selling the name.
If they're
Like,
only
who's
going to
get the
select
chance?
a handful of people because
I
they
didn't
have
make
to
the
pay
argument.
them.
I just said I'm going. But I got.
But that's what I'm saying. If they only going to select that, let's say, okay, I don't want to say a certain number, but if they only going to select a handful of people because they have to pay them, why would we pay somebody that we don't know?
That is legitimate. That is legitimate. So
Good. Somebody make the argument.
I don't think
can't,
there's an argument because
That was my point.
The logic would be,
That was
yeah.
my point. But his ego was, I'm who I am.
it's legitimate, but what's also legitimate is if you know them, why are you making them audition?
Well, everybody auditions. What does that mean?
But so it's like, okay, I want this person. So now it's predicated upon does this person want to do the
Yeah, that's why people have to audition because they might want this person, but he might say, "I'm passing on that role."
okay.
I had a audition recently and I really wanted this shit. I had an audition recently, and the only reason why I got it, and this I should have used this as the example. The only reason why I even got the audition was because JB Smooth was passing on it. They had given it. They were giving it to
gonna
JB
give it
Smooth.
to him. He said
They were
he wanted it.
handing it to him.
Right.
This is what I'm trying to say. They're handing this shit to him because of his body of work.
Okay. And that
Not because he's saying,
happens.
yo, I'm no, nigga, you're the guy we want.
Yeah, and
He was passing. So they said, who else can we get? And my name came up. That's what I was trying to say to him.
And they made you audition for it.
But they wanted, yeah. I said, yo, can I get offer as well? Of course I'm gonna ask, nigga. Like, can I get an offer? No, you gotta come in and read. And then I read, great audition, if I do say so myself. Waited a couple weeks, didn't hear anything from management. Like 2 weeks, didn't hear nothing from my management. And another thing, I was giving young comics notes all night, right? Here's another one. Stay on top of your management. When you don't get a response on something, stay on top of them. Because sometimes they won't tell you because they don't want to hurt your feelings. But in this business, you can't have hurt feelings. You got to be able to get fucking knocked out and get right the fuck back up and go, let's do it again tomorrow.
Yep.
That's what makes you resilient. That's what makes you undeniable. The fact that you can come right back tomorrow and do it again. So I went and read. I had what I thought was a great audition. Had my conference call with my management that Monday. They didn't say nothing about it. Had my conference call the next Monday with the management. They didn't say nothing about it. The third Monday, I said, hey guys, just so you know, I'm not one of those fucking weak dudes that you got to just be like, we're not going to say anything. They didn't like him. We're not going to tell them. Yo, y'all can say they hated you, and it won't matter to me. I'm going to be ready for the next one. You can say they was like, fuck that nigga. It won't matter to me. I'm going to be ready for the next one.
Right.
And they was like, no. We didn't say anything because they went back to JB and upped the offer. So we waiting to see if he declines it before we send in submissions.
Okay.
So see, but my point being, they wanted him.
They wanted him. They said, how much do we need to pay you?
Right.
Did he end up taking it?
I don't even know. Once I didn't get it, I don't care. You know me. Once I don't get it, I don't care what happened. I don't give a
Well,
fuck
if you
if
see
they ever
him
make
on, he
it.
was like, it was about the money. Shout out to JB.
Shout out to JB Smooth. Yo, get your
that
money, man.
Offer only.
Get your money, man. Offer only.
Yeah, that's
Is that what that means?
Offer only. That means
Offer only means you either giving this shit to me or I'm not coming in to read.
I see those little phrases in parentheses on all the paperwork, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
that's dope. If your
Lingo.
representation can say he's offer only, and then they said, let's finish the auditions. If we don't like, then we'll see. There's a whole process behind that. But
Offer only means that
I'm not auditioning. You're gonna give it to me or no?
damn,
Yeah, offer only.
that's like a free agent like Aaron Rodgers. Like, you either offer me the highest check or I'm going to that team.
Exactly.
Or
I'm
restricted free agent,
I am
basically.
working my way up to offer only. I cannot wait to be offer only. I like the auditioning process. Don't get me wrong. I love going in and like trying to just like really wow the casting director and the casting director's assistant. Like, oh shit, he fucking did that.
It's also-
I love that process.
Is it still like that though, or is it just more virtual? Like, you still go in physically anyway?
No, I haven't been in a minute. I go to my acting teacher
Oh.
and then she records. So I still get to work with a person.
You an acting coach?
Of course. Denzel got an acting coach. Why wouldn't I?
No, I'm not saying it like that. I just-
Tom Brady goes to practice. Why wouldn't I? Mike Tyson spars. Why wouldn't I?
shout out to acting
Magic
coach.
Johnson works on no look passes. Why
Yeah,
wouldn't
they went to camp.
One more.
I? Jeezy like to smoke. Jeezy like to mix Arm & Hammer with his coke. Why wouldn't I?
I say Jesus. Stand no water. I wouldn't. I was like, wait, what?
My brother has an acting teacher. Why wouldn't I?
I know. It's just I just as comment.
No, that was actually worse. Denzel. Let's stick with Denzel. Denzel has an acting teacher. Why wouldn't I? Denzel, $20 million a picture, gets up out of his fucking comfortable bed. I'm assuming his bed's comfortable to the motherfucker. Eats a breakfast that his fucking chef, who flies in from Paris, France, flew in to cook him breakfast.
Goes to his
Jumps in his fucking whatever fuck he drive whatever he want, right?
range.
Jumps in his car, whatever he drives. Goes to a acting studio, meets with his acting teacher, and practices his craft. Why the fuck wouldn't I?
Man, shout out to the acting coach.
I write jokes on the road and come home to Los Angeles and go right to the stage and perform them. Why would I not always be practicing?
What
That's good.
What if there is that such a thing as a comedian coach?
No.
Not title wise, but I
You
feel
could-
like that's a thing.
there are dudes that have cheated the game and said they have comedy classes that didn't know what the fuck they was talking about. But people want to do this shit so bad, they'll pay the money.
But a comedy
But you
coach,
ain't,
though.
yeah, nah.
If I did a class, that shit would be so comprehensive. It would, because I think the people would think that it's about the joke writing. Like, that wouldn't be the focus to me. I think that's where people.
If I did a class, if I did a comedy class, it would be in installments.
Yeah.
It would be like, okay, the first month is solely focusing on being comfortable on stage. I don't even want you to tell a fucking joke. You can just walk up there and tell me what you did today. Tell me what you ate today. Tell me how was work. Don't. It's not even focused on being funny. Just get comfortable up there first. That might be this. That might be the second increment. The first one might be just go up there and just stand there. Get comfortable with the fucking silence, because that's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
Can you stand up there for 10 minutes and not start sweating and being nervous and everybody staring at you?
Yeah,
That we're gonna do that shit for a whole month. Come in
Stage
twice a week
presence.
and we just watch you like this. And wait for that sweat bead to come down.
Yeah,
That's one.
That's the number one.
Then two
public
will
figure.
be just getting comfortable up there.
Yep.
Then three would be
3.
starting the process of telling a joke.
There you go.
Not all the way through, just starting a bit. Starting a bit.
Right.
I see comics every day of my life, on the road, off the road, and I'm like, that's all wrong. The whole setup is all wrong.
It's all wrong.
It's all wrong. And I know it's not going to pay off because the setup was so wrong. I know there's not going to be a big boom at the end because the setup was so convoluted, they can't follow it.
Right.
Just so y'all know, Tony watches comics perform. Like, wherever you at, if you think Tony's not in the room, Tony is somewhere in the room, like
He's a
fucking
comedy
Sting in the
connoisseur.
rafters, just watching,
Bruh.
levitating above your set.
Bruh.
So-
He said levitating above
he
your
levitating
set.
somewhere in the room, watching you perform. Just remember that.
watch,
You get on stage thinking that it's all
watch.
good. Just they come out of the rafters like, at minute 7, you said this, and it's clear. He's like, oh shit.
He said, "Why did you say that? You should say."
Yeah, so that would be the
Watch
third
it.
one. That would be the third one, just starting the bit. And then the fourth would probably be, okay, a entire bit. Setup, punchline, thought, trajectory, callback if you can, button.
Closure, yeah.
Close out.
Let's work on that last. That would be my comedy class. It would be intensive and motherfuckers would quit. And I would make it that way because I don't want everybody doing this.
I would also,
yeah.
as like a homework, booking homework is that no matter what day the class is, how many classes day a week, you have to go up on stage somewhere.
Oh yeah, no,
You gotta go mic every day.
And you have to.
And
work
you
on
know what
the
you got.
jokes
And your
that you-
homework will be watch any special, pick one, and come back next week and tell me why it was good or why it was bad.
Wow.
I should now. You got me thinking. I should start a fucking comedy class.
Man, the people that do it already,
$800 per episode.
people are paying for stand-up lessons, bro.
Something exorbitant. Shit, niggas will get it.
People pay for stand-up from regular comics doing it.
Because this is the listen. I don't care
We in LA.
what you do. This is better than that.
Can't argue with that.
I don't care what you do.
Oh, yeah.
It's not so many jobs for your shift.
Like name
Okay,
it.
what
Start
other
at
job?
9
What-
and
Yeah, I was about to
10.
say
Other
that's
job.
like, what's a job? That,
What
like,
other job could you say that might be better? What?
The only thing I can think of is professional sports, and it's
What's
it's
the job?
short-lived.
What's the job?
I mean, the NBA player is probably the only thing I can think of that would be like, that's a cool gig. It's lengthy and it's short-lived. That's the only thing where I think comedy still has the leverage there. Because at best, you got 10 to 15 years. At best. We could do this 30, 40 plus.
Shit,
Maybe-
10 to 15. You fucking.
And that's a happy end.
This
Most
motherfucker's at
the average
3
NBA
and
career
you never
is
seen him
4
again.
years. So
This motherfucker niggas that do
Yeah.
2 seasons. You never see him again.
exactly. So yeah.
Maybe motivational speaking. Maybe a close.
This is motivational speaking.
I think they
That's
go
why I say
longer.
it's so close.
I
It's
don't
like,
agree, but like, what about being a musician, right? You on stage, you know, you singing songs easier.
No.
I don't agree.
Oh no!
No,
Wait,
you
wait,
know
you mean
what?
like? Wait.
No,
What's
they're
easier?
in the arts. They're in the arts.
Listen, I could see that, bro. Because you could play an instrument forever. Rolling Stones
Yeah,
still
yeah.
on tour.
But you said it's easier or harder? Which one?
I
was
think it's easier.
easier to play the instrument?
Yeah.
I think music.
Yeah, because once you learn the instrument ain't changed. The saxophone has not changed in 500 years.
And
It's
once
the
you
same
get- once
exact
you get-
uniform piece of machinery.
Once you
right.
get
Same
bangers, you
thing
can
on.
tour those bangers forever too, right? For the
Right.
next 30, 40 years,
Yeah,
you still
but-
play Purple Rain.
Right.
But we can't go and do the best bit from 2005 again. And not 2025. They go, hey, nigga, I think I know that bit. I can say it along with you.
Right.
We can't do that.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing where I
They'll
go.
listen to it, but they don't want to hear you say, "Hey, like, I got that at home."
The gig.
But you saying that makes it worse?
It makes it more challenging for us. Like
That's what makes it better.
but it makes it fun. That
That
we,
it
we
gets to
gotta
be
get
fun for
create.
us all
yeah,
the
absolutely.
time.
Yeah.
we get to do like,
It's
yo, I got
endless.
this new bit. You could be a comic that's been doing comedy for 40 years. 40 years. And walk in the club and go, yo, I got this new bit I'm gonna do tonight.
You got a
Yeah,
banger.
it's-
At
it's
40 years,
fly.
you got a new banger.
Mick Jagger's like, nigga, we doing satisfaction, that,
He ain't making a new banger
and
40
we getting
years
the fuck
later.
out of here.
Yeah,
And
we
we
can
getting
make
the
a
fuck
new-
out of here.
Get out of here, yeah.
Right?
George Carlin can make a banger at 70. Like
There it is.
It's something that's some musicians that I got a hit at
There's
70
no-
for y'all.
I can't think of anything.
Ain't nothing better, bro. Ain't nothing
think of
better. And the bitch, no.
Ah.
The thoughts of Tony Rotten are
That was a good one. Somebody's watching right now. I'm gonna get in trouble. You said the bitches.
Oh, it's some fragile.
Is that a thing I ever discussed?
What?
That for the viewers, comedians have groupies.
Wait, you didn't know that?
I don't know if viewers think that. I don't know if
Do
viewers
you
know
have
that.
any?
No, viewers know.
I don't know if viewers know about like
This I know
getting
viewers-
zero.
Skip
this
over
I know-
that.
this I know viewers know.
He skipped over that.
Wait, this is how I know viewers know that. Because some of the viewers are my groupies.
What's up, y'all? In addition to y'all, if y'all don't like, it's like I love what these comics said in Orlando. When he was in Orlando, for guy at the front door was like, "Damn man, comedians are starting to become like rock stars in this motherfucker now. Like they really get all the cool treatment. Like I'm like, man, they are rock stars. It's a
didn't
one,
know
like."
that?
Like that's what the guy said at the door, but I was like, when it comes to like the groupie thing, I'm like, well, that is what rock stars get too. But like, think about it: a musician is a great singer, and singers usually get the draws in general setups, but also funny guys get the draws too. So it's not that far fetched to
draws.
believe that get the draws.
That would probably be the one out. You said musician.
Yeah.
I would say, I agree with that, but I would take it up a notch. Rock star would be the only thing
Rock
close to
star,
this.
Specifically.
Yeah.
Agree.
I do a bit on stage. You guys have heard me do it when I say, if you ask 100 women what they're
Yeah.
looking for in a potential mate,
Okay,
99 of them are going to say, I want a man that makes me laugh. And every time I say that, all the women are like, right, they go crazy. And the dudes are like, yo, he really just made them all do that just now. Just by making a statement. 99 out of 100 women will say, I want a man that makes me laugh. I'm not asking them. I don't say, ladies, right, ladies? Or what do y'all think? When I say it, they go crazy. And the guys on dates are like, oh, shit. Like, that's crazy.
I think what I forget. I think this
say that.
is an edit. Black men especially, we already cool. Like we already get associated with that pimp like lifestyle. The fact that black male comedians are also funny, it makes you like even more attractive, right? So like it makes you even more cooler. It makes you basically a rock star. So this is one side note I want to add to this. When I was like 20, 23, I was like, dog. When I found out Bill Bellamy was a stand-up comedian versus just being like a movie star, what's that movie called? How to Be a Player? Nigga, I was like, you telling me a comedian can make a movie about getting chicks?
Wait, you telling me you saw How to Be a Player and you thought he was a movie star?
I just remember to me he was a black actor at first, and then I realized he did stand up later.
Okay.
So I saw the movie
Oh,
first,
you
then found out
saw
he
him.
did stand up.
Okay,
So
you
my
know,
brain went
come
back
on.
and said, wait a minute, he did stand up and then got to make a movie with 30 bitches. Like
Yeah.
that was my brain. I was like, yo,
that was me with Richard
comedy
Pryor.
can do that for you.
That was me with Richard Pryor when I was like listening to the records and then saw him on TV. Like, wait, that's the guy from the record. Then saw him in movies. Like, wait, that's the guy from the movie? That's the guy from the record doing TV and movies? It
Blew your mind.
was like, oh.
When I moved out to LA,
I was like that, too.
man, I'm trying to make the sequel.
I was like,
I
that with
was like, is
Eddie
there how to be a
Murphy.
player
He was
too? I
all
wanna
over the
do
place. Eddie Murphy is like, Eddie Murphy was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy was on The Tonight Show. Eddie
Yep.
Murphy was on 48 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop,
Trading
2, 3,
Places.
Trading Places, Coming to America. And I was like, wow, he's doing it all. It is all because he was a comedian.
Yeah. It's this and like but that far down, rock star.
Right, because it doesn't transfer over. You
And then
can't,
everything else is downhill.
you can't be a musician and be like a movie star. That doesn't transfer over.
That's rare. That's
Rare. Everything
rare.
can be done.
That's
Everything can be
couple.
done, but it's rare.
That's rare. But that's
Tupac was probably on that trajectory, but like he
Movie
probably
star.
could
Yeah, we missed out.
He was in the box office.
We missed a lot from Pac. Pac had a lot more to give.
And he was artistically like he was a when he go to performing arts high
He was an
school.
artist. Yeah, he was
like,
an
the man was clearly
Artist,
in the
yeah.
arts
he
the
went
whole
to
time.
art
Like
school, didn't he?
yeah, like so he was in, and he was very. His family was intelligent. Like you can tell when people are raised a certain way. Like these
Yeah.
people articulate like that.
Shout out to all the dudes out there whose mothers were educators and made sure that their children were well spoken, articulate,
Speak the King's
respectful,
English.
Speak the King's English, respectful, but also knew when they had to stand on business to put their 2 feet down and fucking knuckle up with a motherfucker.
Yeah,
My mama used to make us recite the King James version of the Bible. So we used to talk like Shakespeare growing up. Like, haven't thou not blessed the like my mom would talk like that to us, and we thought that was just regular. That's how everybody talked. And then I finally heard Shakespeare and was like,
Saying
"Nigga, why is he
Shakespeare.
talking like Jesus? What's wrong with this?"
This nigga was in the Boys and Girls Club like, must thy deny playtime?
Honor thou father and thou. I was saying
honor
thou.
thou
Thou had dessert yet?
Nigga, I was saying thou to like 15. I had no idea niggas was out here
Thou
using that
shalt
shit.
not.
I thought that was normal.
Thou
bro.
shalt not this.
Old school Bibles was crazy, man. They didn't update our Bibles in the hood, so
He said they didn't have Bibles in the hood.
we had the older
I'm gonna
Bibles.
wake up in the
They
morning. In the beginning,
I went to school with this cat. He always had his green Bible. Remember them little green Bibles?
Gideon one? That's
I don't
the
know.
hotel
No,
Bible,
it's
right?
like a little pocket Bible.
Yeah, that's a hotel
oh, a
Bible.
little tiny one. Okay.
Yeah, the New Testament.
New Testament
Hold
is
up,
Genesis.
me.
I always
Like,
put I used to always put my condoms in that drawer with the Bible. Like when I was on the road, when I was back in the day, I'd go on the road and I'd buy some condoms. I would always put them in that drawer with the condom. Like, Lord, please don't let this motherfucker bust. 'Cause, like I'm in a city I've never been to before. I don't know nobody there. I'm like, if I fuck a chick, it's gonna be a complete stranger. Lord, please don't let this motherfucker bust. I'm putting it right here so you could galvanize this motherfucker.
galvanized.
They gonna charge
I gotta
you.
write that down. That's
They
a
gonna
bit.
charge you to get to heaven. They
That's a
like,
bit.
yeah, you owe us like 37 condoms that we kept safe for you.
That's a bit.
Prayed to the Gideons. And this,
I was like, what's this? This Jesus the Latter-day Saints? Come on, Saints. Help a nigga out.
he placed the condoms on the Bible.
Well, for a Mayweather record.
Man, listen.
Undefeated.
When I used to go on the road back in the day, I was by myself. I was like, I don't got no feature with me. Like before I could bring features, I was like, if I fuck anybody, it's gonna be a stranger. So I gotta make. I don't want the last thing I want is this motherfucker to bust. We got any more questions before we go?
Any more?
Nah, just Isabella Gibson said Chris and Tony put The Rock in Rockstar.
Isabella, love you for that, baby.
What's she
Love
look like?
Bella.
When we come to your city, let us know. I'll take care of your tickets. Come see the best comedy show going today.
For
The Rock
sure.
the Mic tour, the hardest tour going today.
Yo,
Ease
it's gonna
up,
be
man.
a great week in Richmond, Virginia, at the Funny Bone.
Looking forward to it.
Haven't been there in years. At the Short Pump Complex, whatever that is.
What you about to say?
It's food there, right? Something about good food there.
You got some plenty of shrimp.
He said, "Is it food there?"
No, like I thought you said there was like a spot that's like, oh, you go to Richmond, you gotta try this.
Oh, you know, it's some good food there.
Okay,
Yeah, it's definitely
all
good
right.
food.
Richmond's
Yeah.
cool. It's there's some culture there.
And I got a homegirl that owns a bakery.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's what I said.
Okay.
Kimmy Cakes. Shout out Kimmy Cakes. I'll see you this weekend. She does these she does like a bunch of different things. She does this pound cake that won like awards for like the last 3 years straight in
wow.
Virginia. This
Okay.
pound cake she does, and she does a sweet potato pie cheesecake. Bruh.
Got my
She makes a
attention.
big one of sweet potato pie cheesecake, and then she makes these little like
little pie pans.
little pan size,
Okay.
personal pan size. Bruh, I'm telling you.
That just sounds good.
I'm telling you, my brother Kev is in Richmond. Kev, I'll see you this weekend. I know you probably watching or you checked out to go drink somewhere and party with some chicks. But I'll see you this weekend, my brother. You know what it is. Joe Fox, let them know where they can find you.
Joe Feezy, JoeFeezie on Instagram, Facebook, and I do have a TikTok. I'm trying to get it back up. And Twitter, get it back up. I know, right? That's it.
Pause.
I think said it twice.
The drunk, just so you know. Wait, side note, the drunk episode will also be the pause episode. 'Cause we can be drunk and saying wild shit, and there's going to be a lot of pauses. Yo, anything else you working on? You want to tell the people about? Anybody?
Shout out to my acting coach, Yaz. Had a dope ass audition today, and we'll see what happens.
What was it for?
It was for a short film.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
You think you did good?
Oh, it was dope.
Are you one of those like your own toughest critic?
I am, but I'm more comfortable with what I want to do, what I intend to do, and just script breakdown. I felt good about what I did.
Okay.
So, but I am biggest critic. But
Best
I'm
of luck
learning
to you
how
on that, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Grimy.
John Grimes, Mr. Tan Panda. I'm rolling to Richmond too, so I'll be on the Rock the Mic tour this weekend. Rock the Mic tour. Next Saturday, my show in LA called Pandemonium. It's in Bellflower at the Stand Up Club. That'll be a fun time. And yeah, we're working on some more dates
When is
this
that?
summer.
And
The Stand Up Comedy Club in Bellflower.
Yeah, what date was that?
Next Saturday, the 15th, 6/15.
And if you're
7 o'clock.
wondering how John Grimes finagled his way on the hottest tour going today, John Grimes, I've been talking to young comics the whole show. So
origin
John
story.
Grimes has added value to our production. So if you bring value to something, then that's how it works. You got to make yourself like, okay, we need him for this aspect of it. So John Grimes has done that. Now he's on the tour with us. He's the opening act. He comes out, he does his thing. He sets up the merch table. Fox will go up after him. I will go up after Fox, and then after that we sell merch. So he sets it up so it's very easy for me, very easy for Fox, and that's how you got to do it. Young comics out there, add some value to whatever that headline is doing, and you will be off and running as well. Here's all my socials. Boom, 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 boom. The TonyRockComedy.com website is up and running again. I know we took it down to add some new tour dates and to change some fonts and some captions and all that stuff. You can order merch on the site very soon. I'm working on that. That should be done. I'm trying to get it done before I leave for vacation, because if it's not done before I leave for vacation, it won't be done until I get back. Richmond, Virginia.
Austin?
No, Richmond, Virginia. Then Father's Day, Sunday, I am in New Jersey at NJ Pack Arena. Tony Rock, Takara Williams, Jay Farrow, Nate Jackson, hosted by Earthquake. It's the Earthquake Father's Day Comedy Jam. NJ Pack, get your tickets. That's Father's Day Sunday. The weekend after that, I am in Austin, Texas at the Comedy Mothership. Again, shout out to Joe Rogan. Thank you for having me. The weekend after that, I am in Las Vegas at Wise Guys Comedy Club. Donnell Rollins told me it was one of his favorite comedy clubs, and I have not yet to do it, so I'm looking forward to that. And that would be the 28th and the 29th, and the 30th is my birthday.
Wow.
I go home, spend the day in Los Angeles with my child, and then the 1st through the 4th, I am in Atlanta, continuing the birthday festivities.
I'm in Atlanta.
And birthday festivities end on July 4th. I'm going from June 15th to July 4th this year. every day. When I say every day is going to be a party. Every day.
Every day.
It's the Rock the Mic tour. It's the hardest tour going today. I stand on that. What you about to say before I end it?
They bring dress shoes in Atlanta, or is this just like a
Dress shoes.
Don't bring dress
I mean,
shoes.
like a grown and sexy thing?
You said
I have some
dress
slacks.
shoes.
I gotta go to Express if so. All right, I just bring some loafers just in case, man.
Hey, everybody, make sure you
black jeans.
like and
All right.
subscribe. Make sure you share this.
Yo, thank you to the.
thank you,
what, how
thank
many-
you.
how many we got?
Followers.
Thank you
Hey,
to the
1,365 or
1.4,
something like that.
1365, and thank you to the 196.
I'm about to say 196
today.
there.
96?
On Instagram, 196. I said I want to be 200
what's
by
up.
the end of the summer.
Boom,
I'm well
on
on
the
my
way.
way. Thank you for 196.
Thank you.
Yo, I fuck with y'all like that. Thank you all for fucking with me like that. It's live in the green room. Our brother Trey Elliot will be back next Tuesday.
I believe so, yes.
Trey Elliott's back next Tuesday. I am back next Tuesday. Joe Fox is back next Tuesday. Grimey's back next Tuesday. Our guest will be Garrick Dixon, my brother from another mother. It's the drunk episode. We're going to be fucked up. We're going to be talking shit. You might not want to miss
Chaos.
this one. You're going to be laughing your ass off.
It's like chaos.
All right? It is chaos. It's the Rock the Mic tour. It's live in the green room. Charleston, I love you so much. Peace.
We're gonna be